Right, Shalom.
Shalom.
Jim Master Warren's camp come at you again. The prophesy ages this true doctrine according to the Bible. All right. Now, before we get started, we'll give our praises to Yahweh by Shem, Yahushua by Shem Kakadash. The Master of us, elders of Jim Master, learn this truth from. The peace and blessings to the elect. That's the of Yahweh by Shem to that's their ability. All right. Basically, I just want to get some scriptures just going into that. Hey, you always got to be alert at all times, man. Today, as we see these prophecies come to pass, you know what I'm saying? You see the days of evil coming shortly. Right, we always be on our watch, man. So, hey, that's ever quick.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 13, verse 11. It says that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe.
Yeah, but knowing the time, hey, now we got to stay watching, be alert, because hey, our salvation there. All right, hey, any day now, hey, I'll try to deliver this thing. All will we be part of that.
That's right.
By us knowing the time, hey, we measure the time diligently. Filter these news articles, you know what I'm saying? Everything we watch, every filter these scriptures. You know, that let us know that hey, y'all shot on this way. Because I would say go to yeah, but as the scripture saying, y'all shot spoke on, he said, hey, as you see this case coming, begin to come to pass, hey.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 6. It says, and ye shall hear of wars and of rumors of wars. See ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows.
All these are the beginning of sorrows. All these are the beginning of the evil times, man. All right. All this, all this is a sign of events that's gonna come before y'all shall come back.
If I can add to, you can see this prophecy that Yahweh spoke over 2,000 years ago. All right, the wars, the rumors of wars. All right, what's going on in Ukraine? All right, Russia, Taiwan, China. All right, they even talking about getting Poland in the mix. All right, all of these things have to come to pass, man, and they're shortly coming to pass. They're happening as we speak, like the brother been going into, you know.
Say, y'all shine. Say, hey, y'all shall don't know what time we will come. Or hey, on us. Only how we know. Only way we go know is hey, we know the day. Lord will give us certain signs and events that will lead up to his coming. All right.
Ephesians 5 and 16, 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise.
Yeah, we gotta be wisely, you know. First, hey, be circumspect where we going, be alert at all times. Right? They gotta be on our squad. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
Even the time, because the days are evil.
Yeah, because the days are evil. If we want to tell where redeem, it means in the Greek it means hey, make every wise thing. Make every wise thing of doing good works, man. Roughly paraphrasing. But yeah, you gotta make sure hey, we always on good terms. We how about shot these times. All right. So hey, when the evil time comes, we'll be protected. All right, and then hey, we'll be being on those terrorists, man.
Wherefore be not unwise, but understanding what the will of how Hashem Yahushua is.
Yeah, we always gotta be mindful of these prophecies, man. That's about to come to pass, man. That's already come to pass. All right, always hey, be in the mind of the will of the Lord. You know, that's the only way we go. Hey, stay watching, you know, be alert. Hey, also hey, be sober. Right, hey, have some control of ourselves. Right in these times.
It's you got more? It's First Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 1. And it reads, but of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night.
Yeah, we know perfectly. You know, hey, so when thou shalt come back, man. See, hey, signs and events that's going to the scripture. Right? They ain't gonna catch us as deep at night as these other people, man. Right? It's gonna catch you. all these things from the past, but they come to people unaware, but not us. They be watching. All right, go ahead.
Kind of verse 3. It says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
Yeah. It said peace and safety being for everybody in their comfort zone, in the last days. So thinking life is good inside. They be out there. They just live comfortably. Hey, all of a sudden, you time go from the past. Hey, it's gonna catch people unaware.
That's right.
Right. And then you don't have the law dealing with you. You can be finished. Right? You ain't gonna be able to escape these judgments. You know what I'm saying?
Got more. Verse 4 it says, but ye brethren are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. Ye are all children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness.
Yeah, that means we're saying we're not children of darkness. We're not ignorant of the age, the knowledge of the Lord.
That's right.
We're children of darkness, we're children of the light. And we got these things, true understanding of the scripture. Right?
And it reads, just to back you up, it says, therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. For they that sleep, sleep in the night, and that and they that be drunken are drunken in the night.
Not for they be too all cut up. That one. They always be alert.
That's right.
They soon
one more verse. Verse 8, it says, but let us who are of the day be sober, putting on that breastplate of faith and love for a helmet, and the hope of salvation.
Be sober, be self-control. Always be in moderation what we're doing. Hey, keep ourselves hope. Matter of fact, get 2 Peter 3. That's the only way we're going to get salvation. Have self-control. Keep ourselves separated from the ways of this world. This wicked world. So we'll be partakers of the wrath.
The book of 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 12, 11. It says, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons are ye to be?
Yeah. See all these things about to be destroyed. All the America and all the ways in it about to be destroyed. What kind of person are we to be? Let's go tell you where.
It says, in all holy conversation and godliness. It says all holy conversation and godliness.
Yeah, all holy conversation and godliness. What it means to be a holy conversation. We're going to where holy means separate. We're going to our conversation, the Greek and the strophe, it means a conduct. So we all gotta have our ways separated from the ways of this wicked world. You know what I'm saying?
This is Luke 21 and 34. This is Yahushua speaking. And take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and the cares of this life, and so that day come upon you unawares.
Yeah, take heed to yourself. Stay on yourself, man. Hey, to this truth. Else you could be all caught up with the ways of this world to what, you could be destroyed with it. You know what I'm saying? And we don't want that, man. So we always got to be watching, alert. When the outside's coming, man. So I'm gonna say, yeah. So we always got to stay on top of ourselves, man. So we don't be caught up with the ways of this world.
Yahushua gave that parable about that servant that saw that his master was delaying in coming. So what did he do? He started drinking and eating and beating the other servants until his master came when he didn't expect him and hewed him asunder. You don't want to be in that position to where you see that we know the prophecies are coming to pass, but to your mind or whatever, you think it's taking its sweet time so you can get settled on your lees and take a break on things. Hey, before you know it, the judgments are going to come, and you've been spending so much time bullshit that you're going to be caught up in that judgment as being that slothful servant.
This Matthew 24 and 42, it says, watch therefore, ye know not what hour your Lord doth come, but know this, that if the goodman of the house had known in what watch the thief would have come, he would have watched, and would have not suffered his house to be broken up. Therefore be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not the Son of Man cometh, who then is a faithful and wise servant, whom his Lord had made ruler over his household, to give them meat in due season. Blessed is that servant whom the Lord, when he cometh, shall find doing.
So yeah, this is he that also doing. I mean, hey, you see how much I'm sure to the end. That's when we go obtain salvation, make blessed. Right?
If I can make a point too. You know, like if Jake knew, like they had a doomsday clock. All right, if the doomsday clock was actually accurate and they knew when the end was coming, then they do everything in their power to get in their good graces with the Most High. You know, at the last minute, at the last second, purposely. You know, trying to keep indulging in the ways of this society instead of doing the right thing and returning and coming back to your power. You know.
I'm just gonna say real quick. Hey, when that judgment comes, it don't have to be during Jacob's trouble. It could be you leave camp today and you've been slothful and being a hypocrite. You could get in a car wreck and break every bone in your body. Like you got to be in that instance to where judgment can come at any moment. Okay. And if choppy on the
I think it was the phone call. That's the
choppy, you just keep going until here. Bad.
yeah, choppy.
You get out of there. Exit out. Take it. Yeah, huh? Yeah, take it. It's on mine now.
Yeah, it's a lot of age. You know, we're dealing with that technical difficulties, man. But hey, just gonna keep it going, man. But hey.
Hold up. Yeah, put it in there. All right. Let me get the mic.
This is 2nd Ezra 9:1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself.
Yeah, how we measure the time. You know, we filter everything through the scripture, man. For everything that's happening in the world, we filter through the scripture. That's how we measure the time diligently. You know?
And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before. And yeah, we are definitely measuring the time diligently right now, because right now we can see the charagmas here. You know, we bring out the wars, rumors of wars. You know, hyperinflation down in Argentina. You know, all these things prophesied before, and we know we're getting closer and closer. People who not on their watch. You know, they're not sober-minded. You know, they out here doing whatever the hell they want to, when they want to, man. You know, they're not doing the will of Yahweh Shem outside at all. You know, and he's gonna come and take, especially the nation of Israel, the people on this side, gonna come take you like a thief, man. Because here we warning you, day in, day out, weekly, and it goes right up your head, man. So when he comes and get you, it's all to the good, you know, like they say. Right?
Yeah, then as the scripture say in Hebrews 13:14, say we have no continuing city. God's place. So hey, by us knowing that, it's hey, see one to come. It's hey, the kingdom. You know, so hey, by us knowing that, even not because hey, it's our minds, you know, be too much in America now. All right, because it's something about to destroy.
They use the word, but not abuse it.
Then shalt thou understand that is the time, very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
You can see that made the Lord is visiting the earth, man. Like the scripture say, the lies of the Lord is upon the simple kingdom. You know, and then hey, we see different chariot sightings. You know, and also hey, the Lord just bring these prophets to pass. Hey, that's how the Lord is visiting the earth right now, man. All we just waiting for hey, for the Lord physically to show his face, man. All right.
Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world.
And we see that now, hey, different earthquakes in different countries. You know, we see uproars of the people. You know what I'm saying? Because the jobs is being finished, man. It's being collapsed. You know, also, hyperinflation that's being brought out. People mad, man. The uproar, man. All right.
If I can say with the earthquakes, just over the last couple of days, you had an unheard of earthquake since the 1800s happen around New York City, and then that one around New Zealand where it caused a tsunami advisory warning.
Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of these things from the days that were before, even from the beginning.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. The Lord declared the end from the beginning. All right, hey, Lord declared this, hey, now we can see it's happening. You know, there's no denying that. There's no denying that. Hey, it's probably about to come to pass. That's something.
For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest.
Yeah, the end is manifested right now, as we can see. All right, according to the scriptures, the end is manifested right now, man. All right, and also, at the beginning is about to come too, a new beginning. That's going to tell you what that beginning is. Yeah.
Even so, the times also of the highest have proclaimed beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. And every one that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works.
Yeah, only elect will escape by his works and have faith. All right, but they only to have faith that something you got to put the work in. You know what I'm saying? So only we had the works, have works that's pleased to Yahweh Shema Shai. That's going to get us delivered out of this place. You know?
And by faith, whereby ye have believed, shall be preserved from the said perils. Salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning.
Hey, the Lord, he sealed the elect from the beginning. You know, he sealed all the men, women, and children that were set up to be delivered. He sealed them from the beginning. All right, so
then shall they be in a pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments.
Yeah. Hey, everybody else that's not of the elect, they could be in a pitiful case. You know, they could be shamed. You know, because they listen to, they take this grace period seriously. You know, they walk by the prophets. You know, they ignore the prophets, man. They ignore the Lord's message. You know, they refuse to repent, so therefore they could be in pitiful cases. And then they ain't gonna go deliver them in that day.
For such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me.
Yeah, they see all the benefits of the world, but yet, they don't take time to know the Lord.
And that's, in most cases, that's who? People that have received benefits and have gone to college, got a quote unquote Masonic degree. All right, you didn't made it big through the hip hop world. You didn't made it big through the movie world. So what happens? You don't have time. You don't really have time for the Lord. It's like asking one of those guys. It could be any one of those tribes. It could be that nigga LL Cool J. He don't have time for the Lord. You gotta get the movies in them sitcoms and shit. Right? They got time, and they'll tell you. Some of them niggas will tell you, I ain't got time for that shit. Right? the Beyonces of the world, they got time to serve the Lord, man. They got their whole time fully in serving Satan. That's what they serve, all right? Anything outside this truth, you serving Satan. Whether it's directly serving Satan or indirectly. And the bulk of you people, you indirectly serving him. You know, without even knowing. These holidays you get into, all right? These different celebrations and like down here, they always into these festivals. And when you go search the name of these festivals, they go back to different demonic fucking deities and shit, man. Okay? But this is what the society is all about, man. Getting those benefits so you can climb that economic wicked ladder, man. Which the ladder we go into it time and time again. That ladder is burning, man. It's on fire. Right? The whole building is on fire, getting ready to come down, man. Go ahead, you got more, right?
All about the money, so you can't say, oh well, you know, so all you niggas in on it, on his riches and his goodies, man.
Right.
And that's all you niggas ever been here, man. You don't want to do this work. You're just trying to serve peace, you know, sit back with your degree on the wall like the brother's breaking out, you know, and boast about his society, man.
Bulk of you worry about what people gonna say about you, man. You don't give a damn. If you in this truth worrying about what somebody's gonna say about you, you already started off losing, man. Look at these people in the world. They pedophile, they freaks. All right, they from Lithuania. What I said the other day?
Lebanon.
They from Lebanon. All right, they all Lebanoned up. All right. So what can you do in this world? Nothing, man. Everybody is a weirdo. All right. Everybody is just around here sniffing chairs and shit. Right? It's nothing to do in this world, man. Huh? Aggressively, man. So what can you do? Look, another weirdo. It's stuck, man. It's Eve.
You got toe bandits out here.
That too, man. So what can you really do in the world, man? But be a degenerate, be an all-out wicked person, man. So that's all the world teaches you to do. Preferably our people. It teaches us what? To be a bunch of Lebanese, be a bunch of switch hitters, be a thugs, criminals. Who's that other nigga? Them niggas couldn't even read a comment on them. Remember them niggas?
Hey,
you remember them niggas, man?
the nigga couldn't even read the number 400. Like he stuttered while reading the number 400. It was like a five word long comment, brother.
Right.
They both together couldn't finish that comment.
That's a product of Babylon, man. Right? It's a product of Babylon.
Niggas tied it up all the way by their chin and shit.
Preferably, it's perpetuated by the Rothschild Foundation. But the Rothschild Foundation is a part of the educational system over here. That's who teaches your kids, man. The Rothschilds. Case in point, yeah, the Rockefeller too, man. All that dumb. They teach you how to be a servant, how to be a slave, man. How to go out here. And David Rothschild said it before. I don't want a nation of thinkers. I want a nation of workers. Right? That's why everybody runs that rat race, man. Going to work, go back home, go to work, go back home. And guess what? The TV and these pedophiles and these teachers, the bulk of them ain't nothing but a bunch of petties too, man.
Yeah.
The white woman sleep with you in 0.9 seconds, man. All right? Don't talk about the men. The men get down on your daughter or your son.
And your dog.
And your dog too, on pet day, if you don't look out. Yeah. So it's this whole setup is wicked, man. No, go ahead on.
Yeah. And they that have loathed my law,
yeah,
while they have yet liberty.
You want to get it? You want to get it?
I got it. So yeah, they lowering the law. I mean, hey, they despise the law, statutes, and commandments, man. While they had liberty, while they had the chance to, repent. They not taking it, man. They're not taking it for granted. So definitely they will be destroyed.
And when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it.
Yeah, how does repentance open up? By you seeing the prophets. Because they assume, the law is about to, shut down the ministry, but their door of mercy is about to be closed. So, keep on, bro.
The same must know it after death by pain.
You gonna know death by pain. So, you gonna know the Lord by, going through that pain. Nuclear missiles, man.
Jacob struggle.
Yeah, Jacob struggle.
Or just an everyday wild, crazy nigga blowing your head off,
Hey, you just pass out by seeing there's evil. We just talked about that, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, man, but they gonna die just panic attacks, man. Yeah. Heart attack, man.
Texas Cowboys out here. Shit.
Yeah. You got it. We got it.
Texas Rangers out here, man.
Yeah,
because really, brothers was going into it. Man, the only people that could load these laws really is our people, right? 2/3 of our people. Mm-hmm. And the Lord ain't says Esau's trouble or Moab's trouble. He said it's Jacob's trouble. Right? So that's this time that we coming in and squared away to knock off 2/3 of his own people because you load the law. I'm gonna get a quick scripture to back that up. This is 1 Peter 4:17. And it reads, it says, for the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh. Not at the house of Moab or Ammon or Ishmael, right? But at the house of Yahweh, okay? Israel. It reads, and if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of Yahweh? Right?
I want to say this. Why is that? Why is the Lord beginning at his house first? Because the reason why, give me Lamentations 4.
Okay.
We were supposed to be the perfection of beauty, man. We were supposed to be the beacon of righteousness, the beacon of light. What we turned out to be? A bunch of degenerates, man. All right? Because when you look at the so-called Negro, the so-called Negro, Latinos, Native Americans, starting with the house of Judah, we the trendsetters in the world, man.
That's right.
Even with the black woman, guess what? Guess who followed? Even the nations of women, guess who they following? That N-Dub, man. That black woman, man. They want to get the curves, the hair, the attitude. You see the white woman be talking in the interview, she rolling her head and snapping her fingers and talking. Look, baby, all that stupid shit. They get it from who? The black woman. The other nations, when it comes to our men, who following? See Edomite with the hair snap back. You all right? They around here doing the shit that Judah do. We're supposed to be a beacon of righteousness. How much more in righteousness? They doing that shit in wickedness, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm about to say?
No, I was gonna say, you got a video of a so-called Ammonite. He had the hair just like an Ammonite.
Yeah.
He went through like a 4-step process to get his hair just like Jake, man. Yeah. When they pulled the little cap off his head, he had hair like mine. Curly and all this. You can't tell me that. Like the brother said, we the trendsetters of the earth, man.
The Lord called us the salt. He called us the salt of the earth.
That's right.
Meaning we get the earth flavor. So guess what? Them nations be wanting to get that flavor, man.
That's right.
All right. Them nation women, they be want to get that black ink in them too.
Yeah.
All right. So it's all in all. It goes right along with each other, man. But we got to do this in race. That's why we're getting ourselves prepared now. That's why the Lord brought forth judgment first at his own people. Because guess what? The judgment came down on us first. Guess what? He got to start with us being righteous first too. We got to get our shit together. Then we're going to get them nations together, man.
That's right.
Through hardcore slavery. Through them being under us, man. But we got to get our shit together. That's why we're doing what we're doing now. That's why this is a part of, right? What we're doing now is a part of what the scripture says in Ezekiel 9. It says plainly that signing and crying, man. A lot of you niggas ain't out here signing and crying. A lot of you niggas celebrating
laughing
and celebrating, yeah. Bullshit. You having a good time in captivity. Right? You the nigga that's in jail, lifting all the weights. You going all you the nigga that's in commissary 24 hours, man. Mm-hmm. You playing, y'all playing them butt game. Y'all the niggas that's bullshit in jail. We the niggas that's in there stressing. We on there marking the days down with that damn rock, man. Just putting them lines on that, crossing them out. We ready to get the hell on out of here, man. You niggas having a good time. Doing whatever in jail, man.
TikTok challenges and
yeah.
shit.
You the nigga, you got that nigga that staying that flip phone, you up there celebrating on the video rapping. Still in jail though, man. You dropping a whole mixtape from the fucking the prison system, man. Meanwhile, like I said, the real man, he thinking about getting the hell out of there, man. Or escaping some type of way. Go ahead, Doc.
I got the scripture.
Oh, go ahead. I'm gonna get it back to the brother.
It's Lamentations 4:1. It says, "How is the gold become dim? How is the most fine gold changed?"
Right. And that's referring to us, man. We were supposed to be that shining gold, man. People held in high regard, in high place, man. What it say?
It says, "The stones of the sanctuary are poured out in the top of every street. The precious sons of Zion, comparable to fine gold, how are they esteemed as earthen slacking? How are they esteemed as earthen pitchers?
Right.
The work of the hands of the potter."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
How we went from being gold and silver to earthen pitcher. And what? Guess what? Earthen pitcher has no value.
That's right.
It's nothing, man. All right, but that's what we put ourselves, the predicament we put ourselves in, man. All right, only now through this word, through the How About Shah, we really have put ourselves up there to be that fine gold again, man, to be those righteous men. All right? And like I said, we out here for the elect, man. They're gonna make that perfectly clear. Whoever they may be. We're not out here to save everybody. Which you can't save. We're not out here to convert everybody because a lot of you niggas ain't gonna get it, man. You're just not gonna get it. This is for the elect of the Most High, man. Precious elect. Only then they're gonna get it. They're gonna get in tune with this word, man. They're gonna follow How About Shah. They're gonna get it some way, somehow. It don't matter what nation it is, too. Of the house of Israel, man. All the confusion in the face. Because we always go into it too. This ain't a thing of color, man. But you got these black shaft Michael Jordan niggas, man. Every nigga gotta look like Michael Jordan to get in the truth, which it ain't gonna. It's not like that, man. You start to look at the scriptures spiritually. Go ahead, you got it.
Yeah, like, I don't think we worry about age. You know, like, make sure they elect listen, man. All right, because that's the only way. That's the only people that's who get it. Man, you know, hey, once they get it, hey, we'll be out here, man. All right, because that's the only thing we worrying about. Hey, getting the hell out of here. You know, getting delivered from America. All right.
Yeah. And that's what ruling over us, man. Mr. Miyagi, the rice man. This fucking ruling over us. Go ahead. This shit swung the corner, man. E.T. little brother.
It's the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 14, verse 14. It says, "Let go from thee mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature."
Yeah. What's majority of our own thoughts? You know, that's burdening us daily. You know, trying to make sure we survive, satisfy ourselves in America, make sure we got our daily bread. You know, or trying to establish ourselves according to this side, but in the day, gotta let that go. You know what I'm saying? Cause they keep on going.
It says, verse 15.
I'm gonna see that point. Say, put off the weak nature.
Yeah, weak nature.
A lot of you men still got that weak nature on you, man. Right. You have brought it forth in the truth. You're emotional, all right? You just a train wreck, man. When it comes to any type of structure, any type of discipline, all right, any type of order, you just not with it. That's why we telling some, hey, brother, maybe this whole truth thing, or maybe the camp thing ain't for you. You can't be. You can have emotions, but you gotta also control those emotions, man. Like we can't be with that. The Jake movement talking about crashing out. We don't crash out with truth, man.
That's I said, that's what put Jake in the weak nation too. You know, dealing with the sufferings that we gotta go through. Hey, rather they too stressed about the family, job.
Shit ain't just happening to you. Shit ain't just happening to you. It's happening. That's the scripture. It's happening to the brother and everybody, bro. Everybody going through something. Everybody getting their ass kicked. Some brothers gonna take their ass whooping better than you might do. God damn. He through.
He about to flash out.
Yeah, man. But we all getting our ass kicked, man. Day in and day out in this thing, man. Right? We going through something. Right? Physically, mentally. It's all about fighting through. That's why you rely on the comforter, man. You go back to putting your mind on the scriptures. And one would say, oh, what the scriptures gonna do for me? How that's gonna help me? I gotta have faith that the Most High gonna get it through, man.
Back in 2 Ezra chapter 14, verse 15, it says to set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times.
Yeah, it's the only thing we gotta worry about. Hasten to flee from these times, man. As we can see, all our sufferings that we're going through on this side is about to end. You know, as me and that brother, we just talking about, our sufferings that we're going through right now, it's about to come to an end. You know, we're about to be in the kingdom where we ain't got to suffer no more. All right, but as of now, we got to deal with these sufferings, man. Because in the day, we deserve it, you know, for our sins. And also, it was written that we was gonna go through these things. All right, matter of fact, Philippians 1:27.
Micah 7:9. I will bear the indignation of Yahweh because I have sinned against him.
Yeah, all these sufferings that we're going through is all indignation of the Lord. You know, it's all chastening of the Lord for we had did in this life and our past lives. You know, so we don't got no choice but to bear it. You know, but that's gonna tell you when to bear these things. Go ahead.
Until he plead my cause.
Till he plead our cause. I mean, he plead us. You know, he give us justice from oppression of Esau, any other heathen nations. You know, and also, he gonna give us that power to put judgment on them, man. All right, and keep going. Bro.
And execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness.
Yeah, I say he's supposed to bear these things. Lord, deliver us out of here. We see everlasting pleasures, you know, and also we ain't got to suffer no more. Also, we're going to have new bodies, but we ain't going to go off no more. You know what I'm saying?
God, this Philippians chapter 1 and verse 27. It reads, only let your conversation be as it becometh the gospel of Hamashiach. 2 and 9.
Yeah, 29.
God, this is Philippians chapter 2 and verse 29. It reads, receive him therefore in the Lord with all gladness, and hold such. This Philippians chapter 1 and verse 29. For unto you it is given in the behalf of Hamashiach not only to believe on him, but also to suffer for his sake.
Yeah, it's not only will believe on him, not only will come to the truth, claiming we the Israelites, not only will hurt these rights and acts, they going to camp, reading precepts, going to teaching this true doctrine, but we also going to be suffering as well. We also going to suffer for Yahushua's sake. All right, so at the end of the day, I just tell you right there, we're going to have to deal with suffering either way or another. That's going to Sirach 2:1. We got to prepare, before we come to the truth, we got to prepare ourselves for temptation. As we're going through this stuff, we got to motivate ourselves that everybody got these sufferings, man. All right, that's it.
This is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 4, verse 12. It says, beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you.
Yeah, don't be shocking when all these things come upon you, man. All right, when you lose certain things, going to the world, or you lose opportunities, of the world. You know what I'm saying? Because they is on the trial of your faith. You know, see if you really believe in Yahweh Shemel Shai. All right? That's the only thing. If you pass, go see your salvation. You know, that's it.
If I can add to it, you know, these things that the Lord bring on you, or the elder always going to catch a hell, you know, that's just to try you, man. It's the Lord, he just wants to see if you're really a soldier for him, you know?
Yeah, I'm gonna say, really, when you go through your suffering, it is for our good. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, and back that up.
I want to say something. Hey, the Lord is battle testing us, right? Every man have to be battle tested before you can call a man, like your friend. You gotta get him through a process of being battle tested. And that's what we going through. And the ultimate, test of being battle tested is what? The MOTB, right? But these small, these small little things that we go through is preparing us and building our faith that in that day, Abarat we hold out and don't take that, you know, that grain of rice, you know.
That's why, like that's why we losing these things now. So when everything's come to the end, we ain't gonna be all shook up about it. We ain't gonna care too much about it. You know what I'm saying? We getting a continuous city. We see one to come. Our mind set up on the heaven.
That's why the scriptures say, "He that loses his life shall find his life. He that try to find his life is gonna lose his life." Man. You do the math.
If you go to another translation, say if you hang on to your life, you're gonna lose it. You'll be burned up with it. Everything going to America will be burned up. You know what I'm saying? So if you hang on to it, you'll be burned up with it. But if you lose it, you let it go, you're going to be saved. That way you can see 100 foot the kingdom.
Brother Fly was saying about how we're being battle tested right now. And that's what this truth, that's what this wisdom does. It tests you to see whether you're worthy or not to, you know, continue in it and ultimately seek salvation. Because through the years, we see many people that couldn't step up to the challenge and got cast to the side. But this is Sirach chapter 6. I'm going to start at verse 20. She is very unpleasant to the unlearned. He that is without understanding will not remain with her. She will lie upon him as a mighty stone of trial, and he will cast her from him ere it be long. And those that lose patience are walking in this walk
bullshit.
Yeah.
Bullshit with this woman.
Mm-hmm.
And that woman is the woman of wisdom, Sophia, man. Right? You can't bullshit with that woman. She's not like the women of this world. All right? Because they got women in this world, but the women in this world stands very close to the thoughts of Tatiana, so you can't tell the difference between them two. This woman here, she stands out. She that woman where she like that Judith woman, man. You read about Judith. Judith was so bad, well, she'll stop men in war, in the midst of war. That's how bad the woman wisdom is, right? Like I say all the time, that woman wisdom, prophet is Yahweh Shemel Shai, because they do what? The Most High embodies wisdom. He is wisdom. So he tries you with this woman. When y'all go through the relationship where you calling, y'all dealing with each other all the time, y'all dealing, and guess what? Y'all building y'all relationship up like a real woman. Then if you start to go off, start to do, you know, taking that for granted, can't handle your business, what happens? She don't trust you, man. She don't deal with you no more, man. She reject you. You know? It's dealing with the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of this book. It's the same way. It's the same goddamn way, man. Go ahead.
This woman demands that you be faithful. Verse 22.
Yeah, that's a good point. The brother said, this woman here demands that you be faithful and not dibble and dabble in other books. You can't deal with this woman wisdom, this truth, and still be going to goddamn church. That's right. You're still going downtown to the mosque secretly, man.
Still smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, you still smoking the cigarettes, the ganja, Black and Mild, crack, whatever. I don't know. I'm just putting it out there.
That Finny.
They can do it. That Finny. You know, it happens, man.
Eating pork.
Yeah. You still got the mystery meat in the goddamn icebox, man. You can't be doing that. You got to be one way. She calls for you to be one way with her, man. All right? Go ahead.
Verse 22.
First Maccabees 12, verse 9. Therefore, we also, albeit we need none of these things, that we have the holy books of scriptures in our hand to comfort us, as our mindset was behaved. Only thing we need is that wisdom, no Sophia.
We don't need no other books. Yeah. Fuck, who gives a damn about the keeping nigga ass? The book of Enoch, the book of Jasper. This nigga had the book of Abraham Lincoln. Who gives a fuck about them books, man? The only book that you need is the Bible and the Apocrypha, man. Yeah, the Third Testament.
The secret text of Moses.
Yeah. You all into that Wu-Tang shit, the 13 chambers of hell and all that. Nobody gives a damn, man. Read the scriptures, nigga. You can't even get the simplest of the scriptures. Just like the angel told Ezra, man, whatever's down here on earth for you to deal with, you deal with that. Some things are just above your pay grade. Just deal with the scriptures, man. Just deal with what you know. Jake want to go Dan Marino, Randy Moss deep. There's no need for that shit, man. There's no need for it. My word is easy. It's simple. What?
I was gonna say, yeah, you made that point earlier. Yeah, that's what Jake do in them prisons, man. He made them books.
Yeah, he made them books. That one
Oswald Bates.
Yeah, Oswald Bates. Because my vernacular rides over my irregular to get to my rectum to rectify the matter of the simulations of the deflations and the defamation. Yeah, who gives a fuck about all that, man? A whole lot of, you said a whole lot of nothing. You know? The truth is plain, man.
That's Jake, who's your enemy? You know who he is, you know.
They gotta look around.
Yeah.
Now, knowledge is power.
Yeah.
They say
the saltines, brother.
Truth to power.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Nobody need for all that shit, man. You unk wearing niggas. You Pan African. Green, yellow. Yeah, you green, yellow, and red wearing niggas, man. They don't need for that shit, man. They ain't got you nowhere. Them stinking ass Africans don't want you niggas over there. And now I have not seen not now nigga in America yet put a bone in these goddamn lips. I ain't seen you niggas put the rings around your neck to make your neck long. All right, you ain't put them bones in your ears. And you niggas damn sure ain't circumcised that black woman yet. You haven't seen it. You haven't seen it. But you niggas Africans though, man. All right? You niggas, you everything under the sun than what you supposed to be. But you come up against the men of the law, tell you your nationality, tell you the history of how everything got started. Went all through the Byzantine Empire, the Roman Empire. But yet this man, them niggas crazy, man. You can't get with the Most High. You can't get with the discipline, man. And we seen time and time again that you guys are thinking you got it. How far did they get you? Nowhere, man. I gotta do this. I gotta do this, brother. Hold me back. I gotta do this, brother. That's it. Only last for so long. You gotta get under men. Every man in the Lord, man, had somebody they got under. Paul got under Gamaliel, man. Right? And the list goes on. Baruch got under Jeremiah. And the list goes on and on and on and on, man. You gotta get under somebody, brother. Teach you the way. Yeah.
Samuel, we can't say
yeah.
Even Samuel, man. All the Greek, yeah.
Yeah. I got you. That one in the Bible? Or no, in Acts? Oh, go ahead.
It's the book of, actually, it's good.
It's all good.
This is back in Sirach 6, verse 22. For wisdom is according to her name, and she is not manifest unto many. I'm going to jump down. Give ear, my son, receive my advice, and refuse not what? My counsel. And what is a part of that counsel? And going unto men, and learning unto men, and put thy feet into her fetters, and thy neck into her chain, being shackled. And when you're restrained, you don't have that much movement to move around with. And that's what this truth does. It keeps you on that straight and narrow path.
Locked in and focused.
Yeah, you locked in. That's how you gotta be. You gotta be locked in with wisdom. You know, it's a feel. You gotta be remain locked in to this. That's the only way you gonna make it. You know, and then like the elder was saying, hey, there's only one doctrine, one counsel. There's only one way.
This is good. And back around. This is Sirach 6, verse. We'll start with 6. Be in peace with many, nevertheless, have but one counselor of 1,000.
Yeah, one counselor, yeah. hey, whoever teaches the 100% true doctrine, hey, we believe Apostle Jim is the council, they go to the spirit, the outside. That way you outside that I am the way and the truth. As long as you don't deal with one group of men.
He also said what? There's no way back to the Father but by me. Not me. There's only one way back to the Father. You got to go back to the straight gate. All right? Jake trying to come up some other way, make some other doctrine, take bits and pieces of the truth. And I like the garments. I like how they get on the white man. I like, they got multiple wives. I like that. And then you just have some weird, perverse doctrine. Next thing you know, you in your living room screaming at the top of your lungs, man. It's bugged out. But it says,
you teaching in Walmart now, man.
Yeah.
You like that other weirdo we had on the video, you teaching on top of a tank,
yeah.
On top of a bull.
Yeah, no limit profit, man.
Yeah, he's bugged out, man.
What's happening? It says, if thou wouldst get us the friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him. How much I call us what his friends? So you gotta prove us.
Hey, we in that proven trial. That's why school say, make I'll call the election short.
Yeah, that's why you go through the process. Even when you come out of the camp, you get on the side, man. So you prove yourself to be what? Able to come on the other side, man. Mentally, physically, everything has to culminate together. You gotta, be able to communicate, be able to, hold your own in the scriptures somewhat. Starting off, you gotta and trust. We don't know who you is, man. It's a process.
That's if you follow the scriptures. I got other camps as you know. I hate GMS. You hate GMS too? Come on, let's hold camp. Let's have a unity camp. Like, what's the doctrine? Oh, we all hate GMS, so let's prophesy together. No, you got to be joined. As it tells you in Ephesians 4, you got to be joined in one mind. There's one faith, all right, one baptism, one name of the Lord. All right, you can't be teaching in the name of Yehoshua. This guy over here talking about Christ. That's madness.
Your enemy is my enemy.
That bring confusion when you're a group of men, but y'all got different mindsets, different understanding of the scripture. That's confusing, man. They even start saying, they always saying hey, we need teachers, to break all these scriptures. All right,
that's the book of Hebrews, chapter 5, verse 12. It says, for when the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of Yahweh.
And I say, all for us to be a teacher, we need to be taught. Learn how to rightly divide the word. As the scripture say.
Like that old saying, in order to be a great leader, you gotta first be a great student, great listener, right? A guy that can take orders, man. That's how you build yourself to be because you don't, down the line, you should be working to get in that position of being what? A leader, man. Being able to hold your own to where you're trusted with a whole host of other responsibilities, man. But it's a process. It starts off from doing what? You've been a cameraman. It starts off from holding the sign. It starts off from reading. It starts off from going in them classes, listening. A lot of guys just be around for whatever reason. I don't know. Really, just you think it's a hangout. On Hooters today, brother. I'm trying to knock down 50 pieces. Getting a big cake and like, man, all that's fine and that ain't cool. But what about these? What about these scriptures? What about our anastrophe and our behavior in the truth? You gotta be trying to go from glory to glory, brother. That's the point. Yeah. You see a lot of that, man. They just around the bullshit, man. And that's why when years go by, 5, 6, 7 years go by, and you see these guys, where are they now? You see them, they don't know the scriptures. They're still struggling, still doing their thing, but they ain't got you nowhere.
Sirach chapter 6, verse 8. For some man is a friend for his own occasion and will not abide in the day of thy trouble.
They just around just their own train, their own vain occasion, man. Right? They just in it for their own glory, not for the right reasons. You know what I'm saying? That's obtain salvation. That's it.
It's Acts 8:26. And the angel speaking to Philip saying, arise and go through the south, and go toward the south unto the way that goes down from Jerusalem unto Gaza, which is desert. And he arose and went, and behold, a man of Ethiopia, who was an Israelite, and eunuch of great authority, under Candace, queen of the Ethiopians, who had the charge of all her treasure, and had come to Jerusalem for to worship, and was returning and standing in his chariot and reading Isaiah the prophet. Then the Spirit said unto Philip, go near and join thyself to this chariot. Philip ran thither to him and heard him read the prophet Isaiah and said, understandest thou what thou readest? And he said, how can I, except some man guide me? And he desired Philip that he would come up and sit with him.
Well, I said, only the Ethiopian, was an Israelite from Ethiopia, only he could understand what the Bible was saying was a man had taught him. It was already experienced enough, understand the scripture. And they saying go with us, only way we learn these scriptures is by men. Which being taught by Apostle via minister.
Yeah, you could tell that this word was brought from down from on high by the Most High, man. It's like all our time in this truth, man. All the while, you can tell this the things that we didn't find out, these scriptures, the mysteries. Hold on, let me get the super back. You can tell this from the things that came out of the apostles' lips down to us hearing those things and seeing a lot of things of studying and things of our own. You can tell this come from the Most High, man. This knowledge of breaking down of the revelations, the Daniels. You can tell that come from the Most High Himself, brother. Right? Things that have been revealed, the things that we didn't see. We didn't see the Lord revealed us the chariots. All right, revealed us ultimately this knowledge, man. So this is a precious thing that we have, man. And it's given to you on men how to conduct yourself, how to be, how to wield this sword, man. Some guys they're like kids with this, man. Which this could be a good thing and it could be a bad thing having this sword. We've seen it. We cut your damn self, man. We didn't see guys cut yourself, man. Yeah, he agreed.
Elder was making that this is divinely inspired. This is 2 Peter chapter 1. I'm going to start at verse 20. Knowing this first, that no prophecy in the scriptures of any private interpretation, for the prophecy came not in old time by the will of man, but holy men of the Most High spake as they were moved by the Holy Ghost.
Sure. They spake while they were moved by the Holy Ghost, man.
Not of any private interpretation. This is all the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the Most High brought down unto his men, his prophets, to rightly divide and break down the scriptures.
It came from him directly, man. It directly came down through men. How we supposed to do and conduct ourselves and be, right? While we here in this captivity, man. All right, we already going through shit in the world. I'll at least get this right. We're gonna get this right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, come on, man.
Hey, Ryan, when you read Sirach, the 6th chapter, you didn't do 32, huh?
No.
Come. All right, this the book of Sirach, chapter 6, and verse, starting at 33, it says, if thou love to hear, thou shalt receive understanding, and if thou bow thine ear, thou shalt be wise. Stand in the multitude of the elders and cleave unto him that is wise. So you gotta come under men, right? You gotta love to want to receive understanding. It's not a thing of your own here. We all coming into other men's labors. You can't just come in here and just do whatever you want to do. not a time in your life, I'm talking to you behind the camera, that you went in somebody else's house and ran it like it was your house. It always ends up bad when you do that, man. Right? You end up getting thrown out. And it's the same thing with this. You can't come in here and just do your own thing. This not even for us. You know? This is your house. You can't come in here and do whatever you want to do, man. It's rules and regulations. And best believe the law gonna regulate, man. You know? What you got?
Yeah, it's all about staying in the house as well.
That's right.
When we go stay in the house, hey, we listen. Hey, we always listening and hearing. Hey, what the elders got to say on their scriptures. And we got to also believe that, hey, what they telling us is that right instruction, 100% true. You know?
I'm gonna say something too. And we all contributing to keeping that house upright and going, man.
That's right.
And tending to the house. Everybody, like the scripture tell you about the body. Everybody plays their part in the body. Make the body go. Even the ear itself, the earlobe itself plays a major part. You think, oh, they don't do nothing. The pinky don't do nothing, but the pinky, lose that motherfucker and see. Lose the pinky toe or your big toe and see if it's okay. Hey, what the name of boy? Deion Sanders. He lost some of his toes. He have a hard time walking. You know what I'm saying? It plays a part. Every part of the body plays. So you gotta play your part, man. You know? And be that with whoever you is, man. And learn to grow to other things too, where you can help out even more. Man, Felicia, what the? That look like Felicia.
That was some it-lucky shit in
Yeah.
there, brother.
Yeah.
Really wild.
Yeah, that's right.
This is 2 Timothy 3, verse 16. All scripture is given by the inspiration of the Most High, and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness.
Right.
Okay, just to back up again with the point you were making, all this is divinely inspired by the Most High. And what? It's all from...
They're not even Benjamites. We thinking they're Benjamites, brother.
He damn. But as I said, it's inspiration of the Most High, and it's profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, and for instruction in righteousness. What's that instruction? The guidelines that we live our lives by, the principles of the law, statutes, and commandments to know how to maneuver in the society. And again, where do we all get that instruction from? The men above us, who instructed us as they were instructed by their forefathers, ultimately as instructed by their teachers, ultimately from the instructions of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai on down.
Back on what the elder said about the body having different roles to play. There's 1 Corinthians 12 and 14. It says, "For the body is not one member but many. If the foot shall say, because I am not the hand, I am not of the body, is it therefore not of the body? And if the ear shall say, because I am not the eye, I am not of the body, is it therefore of the body? So if the whole body were an eye, where were the hearing? If the whole were hearing, where were the smelling? But now the Most High set up the members of every one of them in the body as it had pleased." And this is going into, it's a chain of command, it's order, it's different roles that everybody, that's in its true place,
Then you gotta be able to get to the point and find out your niche, find out the things that you need to do. Then also stepping in for other roles. Brother, something might happen where you gotta step into another brother's place. One day you gotta be the cameraman. One day you gotta be the speaker, man. Right? One day you might be called on to do something behind the scenes. You gotta just be ready, But it ain't my job, brother. I ain't the eye, brother. I'm a whole ankle, brother. I ain't. You gotta learn how to do different things, man. What it say, diverse.
If I could add real quick, even in when you look at the physical body, when you lose one of your senses, the other ones get more keen.
Right, yeah.
People that can't see, they have like super crazy hearing, man. So if something happened with a brother
maybe he gets suspended, or maybe he bleed or fall out, whatever. You got to be able to pick up that slack. That's how bodies work. Or he called to do something else. He may be called to go do something else. You got to fill in for him. So you got to get with him to find out what's going on. You know, how to run a camp, how to man a camp, how to shoot, angles and whatever like that. How to read for the brothers and shit, man. You shouldn't just be sitting around doing nothing. Good.
That's even like in the sports world, like player got injured, and you got to how to start the playbook. So like you might be in that position where you got to like you said, like you got to internalize it. Yeah, just
like I said, if we supposed to be a nation of kings and priests, man, a king, he know how to do everything, right? He's trained on by being versatile and doing all sorts of manners of things, man. Right? A true king, he's not just gonna know one thing, right? It's not that. You about to see something?
Oh, just say, yeah, king is diplomacy and on a war.
Yeah. You know about agriculture, you know about all sorts of different things, right? All right, look at those different ancient movies. They'll start the prince off at a young age, and they'll build him up. Look at Coming to America, right? What's his name? Hakeem? What's his name? Yeah. They trained him in all sorts of different things. So the same thing is with the body, right? You gotta know, like the brother said, if you're an ankle, you gotta know how the eye works. And when it's time for you to fill, if that time comes, you play the part. Y'all.
Women have to work on it. This is we all, like I said, starting with the apostles. The apostles showed us, even from far away, how to be self-sufficient. They shouldn't have to be in iron to you all day on how to run the camp. You should be able to do that. So, case in point, the minute in the camp, the head of the camp is going out of town. Also, you should be able to be self-sufficient. Or, case in point, brother passed away. This thing should still go on without me or without certain people, brother. You gotta keep this thing going. That means learning how to do the things within the camp and learn how to keep the camp going, man. Learn how to dispute righteous judgment, right? Kill a lot of the bullshit that be going on or whatever like that. Keep things going. Go ahead, read that.
This is Sirach chapter 30, verse 3.
Same thing will apply here. You know, being a father, teaching. Even what Paul considered Timothy. He classified him as a son.
That's right.
You know? Go ahead.
This is Sirach chapter 3, verse 30, verse 3. He that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy, and before his friends he shall rejoice of him. Though his father die, yet he is as though he were not dead.
Yeah. So that's how you got to be too, with the apostles, taking in and honing in everything they're giving us, man. All the Jews, so you can be self-sufficient, so you can be able to run, right? Run things yourself, man. All right. Even with the different camp leaders, take in what's going on, how they righteously conduct themselves and act. You got to take in like that. Well,
for he had left one behind him that is like himself.
And that goes with what too? What scripture comes to mind? Sirach 10. Because what Sirach 10 say? However the king is, so are the officers, man. Everybody gotta have a like mind. Even being different parts of the body, you gotta have a like mind, one together. Why don't you come back around here with that bullshit, man? You know, around the camp. This camp is for Yahweh Shah, but we gotta man it, man. Yeah. Go ahead.
Verse 5. While he lived, he saw and rejoiced in him, and when he died, he was not sorrowful. He left behind him an avenger against his enemies.
Yeah. In case of point, that's a happening through the spirit too, man. Being self-sufficient, being able to be in one agreement. That's why we all teach the same thing. We don't teach nothing different. We don't get with these what they call them. He asking for it, man. Go ahead, asking for it, man.
He left behind him an avenger against his enemies, and one that shall requite kindness to his friends.
Right. Is a rodeo fest, cowboy fest going on right here?
Gotta be.
What's going on?
It gotta be.
I ain't seen that many cowboy boots in my goddamn life, man. What's going on around here? You know, but that's what's going on. You know, being self-sufficient, being a part of the body. Excuse me. Playing your part.
It's 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 17. Let the elders rule well, be counted worthy of double honor, especially they who labor in the word and doctrine.
Yeah, the elder apostles labor, man. We are part of that. We are part of their labors. We are a product of those men and what they laid down before us, man. So to Keith's point, even we always go to we give double honor to the elders, but you gotta give double honor to the men that were before you too. They are not quote unquote apostles, but they're elder brothers. They're men that were set up. So they paid the way too for you to get with the things that they harvest from the elders they got. And they're supposed to go and then they're supposed to go down in line the same way. So that's why it's important that you pay attention. To take in what's going on. You take in the whole conduct, everything, man. Right?
That's the true definition of a business. Is if you got a business where you're the worker, you're the CEO, you're the chef, you everything. You can't go on vacation. You can't step away. You got to do everything. You got to micromanage everything. But when you could set up a list of rules and order, you can hire this person, hire that person. The CEO of McDonald's is never in McDonald's. You're never gonna see him there, man. You can just go somewhere and disappear.
Yeah, he might. Yeah, that man, I might have to, like Keith's point, you might have to break ground in Shreveport. You might have to break ground at Alexander somewhere. So those things gonna need attention. So what happens back at home? It's supposed to run and flow. Everything's supposed to run and flow as if, you know, I'm here. Our brother's here, man.
That starts with Yahushua and Apostle Peter. He said, upon this rock, I'm going to build my church. Apostle Peter been gone 2,000 years, and we still doing what he was doing. We still doing what Apostle Paul was doing.
Right? Still talking about it, man. We still talking about it to this day, man. We still mentioned to this day. That's how important this word is, man. These things were left for us, all right, to bring forth the awakening of the righteous elect, man. So we can get the hell out of here, man. Get to the point where we try to get to the spot where we ain't gotta do this in the kingdom, man. We don't teach nobody, man. You gotta teach your brother. We're gonna be able to lay up and basically reap the benefits of what other teaching, man. Of our labor, man. Watch these assholes.
Okay, but actually,
it does say, I promise you.
Weird. What you want one of that person? He screwed the whole mood off, brother. God damn. How y'all been? Go ahead, y'all.
This is Sirach chapter 7, verse 29. It says, fear the Lord with all thy soul and reverence his priests. Love him that made thee with all thy strength and forsake not his ministers. All right, when you go into that word reverence, is honoring, having a form of respect to his priests. You know, chief, you start with the elder apostles and the elders over us, man. You know, we're supposed to have respect. We're supposed to honor those men who we learn things from. You know, if the Lord did set those men up, the elect would be getting raised up, you know?
So you got like one more, two more.
This is verse 31. It says, fear the Lord.
And also, he swear he on a Harley Davidson. He swear he on some big shit. Yeah, he on some big shit.
In verse 31, it says, fear the Lord. Honor the priest and give him his portion as it is commanded of thee. The first fruits and the trespass offering and the gift of the shoulders and the sacrifice of sanctification of the first fruits of the holy things. I think that's it.
Yeah, there you go. You gotta respect the elders, man. They laid out the blueprints for us. That's all they do their hard work, dedication, age, you know. So it's been laid down correctly.
Yeah, there's a video we did a while back. It's a mean picture out there of a guy over there in I think Alaska. He's on a sled.
Yeah, sled.
With the rest, he on a sled with like eight other huskies. But it's that one husky is in the front that's pushing down that ice to make the path for everybody else. That's the apostles, man. Right? Those are the men that paved the way. So you have to give double honors to those men, man. And look all the shit they've been through, what they fought for, man. And they continue to fight. You know? Those are the men that you give double honors to, and worthy of double honors, right? Through their teachings, all right, through their conduct, man. Those are the men. It's plain to see those are the men. Go ahead. All right.
This is Hebrews 13 and 17. Obey them that have rule over you, and submit yourselves, for they watch for your souls, as they must give account, that they may do it with joy and not with grief, for that is unprofitable for you.
One more time, brother.
This is Hebrews 13 and 17. Obey them that have the rule over you, and submit yourselves.
You gotta submit yourself, man. And a lot of guys fight and wrestle with that. See, I'm gonna make a video about that. You gotta get rid of that grown man. I'm a grown ass man demon. What you about to do?
I was saying obey.
Yeah.
It clearly said obey, so you gotta do everything the man tell you.
Submit to.
You gotta bring out that grown man, like brother say, you gotta bring out that I'm a grown man, I do whatever I want to do when I get to it.
If he telling you something and kind of find the truth or the betterment yourself or dealing with a situation, do that, man. Now you got case in point, you got guys that be going off like the Uridine nigga and a couple other guys. You go and deal with that, man. You kind of like,
say, I'll give me your route number to your bank.
Yeah, man. Green light, a red flag, that type of shit, man.
And it goes into why, exactly why, because if they true teachers over you, they've got your best interests at heart, because they know if they go off, what? They could have received judgment for it.
From the Most High and then from on top, man. The Most High bust your ass being a leader over men and taking advantage of them, extorting them, right? Handling the word of the Most High without fear. Handling the body without fear, man. Right? The truth to tell us that we got to be like, as shepherds, you have to be like a nurse over the flock. Meaning you got to check on them, you got to make sure how there's many roles. If you're a man that's coming in this truth, the Lord will you continue to go on, you'll find out that you got to play many, you got to wear many hats in this truth, man. Go ahead.
For they watch for your souls, as they that must give account, that they may do it with joy and not with grief.
You got to do this with joy and not with grief, man. Oh, Lord, I got to deal with these brothers again. Oh, I got to deal with the council again. Oh, Lord, I got to deal with it. You got to do it. You got to do it. It must be done, man. For order's sake. For righteousness' sake, man. Go ahead, Go ahead.
This is Colossians chapter 4, verse 1. It says, Masters, give unto your servants that which is just and equal, knowing that ye also have a master in heaven.
So yeah, master me, the head, top head. Your top head, you got what's right, the men under you. Because anything you should have got a master in heaven was y'all shine. How about you shine? If you don't do right by them, how about you try to catch you away? Lord, take pity in that, man. Like Scrooge said, he that hurt my little ones, let a millstone be hit you. Paraphrase, Also, and basically, this brother bring out basically back in what the elder was saying earlier, that they supposed to be self-sufficient. That's when the elders always push us to be self-sufficient. They constantly they say and they can't get us to the chariots, They can't get us salvation rate on ourselves, on our works. We gotta get salvation. You know what I'm saying?
All right, second Esdras 8:33. And the Most High shall appear upon the seat of judgment and misery shall pass away, and the long suffering. Oh, okay, I'm tripping. I'm in 7. All right, this is second Esdras 8:33. For the just, which have many good works, laid up with thee, shall out their own deeds receive reward.
Shall they own what?
Own deeds receive reward.
They own deeds. Hey, you gotta make it on your own. Hey, you gotta put your own work out. You know, just like that chick from Trans Day movement. You know, he told you just, hey, you gotta put your own work out. So then we actually, kill that Jake, eat. You know what I'm saying? But hey, same thing goes with us, man. Hey, we gotta make our own work. You know, or to attain salvation. You know what I'm saying?
This Romans 10, this goes into the importance of the Lord setting up prophets. Romans 10:14, how then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? And how shall they believe in him in whom they have not heard? And how shall they hear without a preacher? And how shall they preach except they be sent? So there's an order, man. The Lord sent up prophets to go out and preach the word. And if that never happened, we wouldn't know we're Israelites. We wouldn't understand the gospel. We wouldn't know the name of the Lord. So how can we believe on the Lord and be saved if the Lord never set up apostles?
So 1 Corinthians chapter 14 and verse 40, I just read it in the NIV. And it reads, but everything should be done in a fitting and orderly way. So the same thing, all things that are considered to be true for Yahushua, man, must be done in an orderly and fitting way, man. You know? You have to, in any skill, any art, right, anything that can be taught, you must have a master, you must have a pupil, right? You must have the men who grew in that thing, you know, under the master, right? It's no other way around that. We don't come in this world just knowing shit, right? You gotta go through the process. That's a process. It's a learning process. And you always see what happened to the nigga who think he got the big head. He think he know it all. He perished every time. That's not one time in history that a man who thought he was bigger than the master didn't perish.
Yeah, he's self-made.
Yeah, he's self-made. There's no such thing as self-made. You learn from somebody, whether it was subliminal, right? You just watch something that a person do or a person directly talk to you, right? There's no such thing as self-made.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's the same in the world. Hey, keep it simple, stupid. You know what I'm saying? Hey, everything, hey, this truth is simple. All we gotta do is, take the ways that the apostles and elders shown us, man, do it. You know, which, in our mindset, it's the only good way. You know what I'm saying? It's plain unto us, man.
That's the way Yahushua.
Yeah, way Yahushua.
Yeah, but if I can add too, like the brother was just saying, every man has been taught, was taught. Okay, now this is the book of Luke, chapter 2, and I'll start at verse 46. All right, when Mary and Joseph was looking for Yahushua and he wasn't with them, and they found him up. It says, and it came to pass that after 3 days they found him in the temple, sitting in the midst of the doctors, both hearing them and asking questions. And all that heard him were astonished at his understanding and answers. And when they saw him, they were amazed. All right, because of course, Yahushua, he had the spirit of Yahweh first and foremost, being the only begotten. But they were amazed because he was asking questions. He was learning. He was learning the ways of being a true Israelite is. All right, his forefathers, Isaiah, Samuel. All right, all the different prophets. He was asking questions. All right, he was learning. And that's the same thing that we are doing today. We ask questions when we coming in, and we learn. And we learn from who? The apostles.
Yeah.
You know?
And then that's humbling for Yahushua.
Yeah.
He was born of the Holy Spirit.
Right.
It's in the scriptures.
Exactly.
Hey, you still being taught by different.
Yeah.
Yahushua is the word.
It's the word.
He is the word.
Yes.
You still at teaching?
Yes.
You have no Bible.
Back y'all brothers up. It's Galatians 4, verse 1. Now I say that the heir, as long as he is a child, differeth nothing from a servant, though he be Lord of all. Right. So Yahushua was Lord of all, but as a child, he was a servant. But is under tutors and governors until the time appointed of the Father. That's plain, man. He was under tutors and governors.
Yeah, that's why the scripture say you gotta be as that little children when it comes to the truth. Yeah. And you gotta learn everything all over again. You know what I'm saying? That's just not how spirits come back. Hey, they gotta learn how to eat, drink, walk, put their hands and all that. Yeah. So say same thing with us. Hey, we learn this truth, we gotta eat. Alright, learn, they rehearse the right sex, man.
Yahushua said there's no way to enter in the kingdom but you become little children.
Little children.
If I can add too, with the little children first come out of the womb, that's why that parable of the sincere milk, the word, you know, when children first come out of the womb, they can only have milk. You know, you get weaned off the milk, and then you start being able to eat a little meat, all right, rice, you start eating, diversifying, but it's all a process, you know. The older you get, the more you be able to chew.
Yeah, they start small. You know what I'm saying? Because, hey, what if a baby eat meat?
Right.
Yeah, they go choke
Yeah, choke it.
So same thing, also true, even though quickly, matter of fact, you can get ahead of myself. Get that.
Real quick, hey, the properties of milk for a newborn baby is totally different, right? And it works totally different from a baby eating meat. Meat at that specific time don't have proper nutrients to build that baby up, right? Going into the formation and developing of eyesight and different things of that nature.
Yes.
The bones and the meat don't have that kind of nutrients for that. That's why, babies specifically have milk for a certain time, and like you explained, but just want to put that on wax too, man.
This is Sirach 3:21. Seek not out the things that are too hard for thee, neither search the things that are above thy strength.
And they don't try to seek things that's too hard for you, man. Don't try to seek understand that's too hard for you. So, hey, just stick with it. Just sit milk. So that's plain. So that's simple, man. And you can get built up from that as time goes on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like you say, hey, what you need for salvation is simple, man. It's not a deep breakdown what you need to do, to receive salvation, man. And really, starting out, that's what you really need to be focusing on, You're going to get to the breakdowns, you're going to get to the deep parables and all that. That's going to come with time, talking about the meat and all,
Yeah, first, I'll say this scripture say we only know in part. He didn't give us everything to know. He didn't give us like how many stars in the sky,
how that changes.
Like how
they gonna get you out here. I mean, it's good to know, but to get you out of here, that's the thing.
I guess
You gotta get on a chariot first.
Yeah,
for real.
yeah,
Try to figure out how it moves.
Endure this thing, man. And that's where that milk comes in, man. Get you grounded, rooted. That's the main thing, man. Getting grounded and rooted. That makes new word today.
Oh, so we can't even get the law, statutes, and commandments perfectly. How are we gonna get everything else?
Hey, that's the same thing that Angel was telling Uriel was telling Ezra. You seeking out too much false shit. You need to, you need to chill out a little bit.
Stay your hand.
Yeah, stay your hand. Yeah, ask him, hey, can you measure fire? He started, getting way above what he was thinking. And he showed him, like, just worry about, this right here. We'll get into all that, down the line when we get those new bodies, man. I got a quick precept.
I'm gonna say, Ezra, that was the main example right there. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, Ezra was seeking too deep. Yeah, so Lord, the angel had to cut him, man.
Yeah. That's the book of Sirach, chapter 6, in verse 36, and it reads, "And if thou seest a man of understanding," now who are those men? Who are those men of understanding? I don't know about other men, but I know for myself, I went through different phases. Looking at different shit, and like the elder always say, you come in looking at the Illuminati and different things. From the Illuminati whole, conspiracy shit, they went to a guy who was preaching about Israel, and I learned a little bit about that. But then I came across the elders and apostles. Right? I knew right then and there, hey, they got the understanding. There's no other way around it. Right? There's no other way. And like it reads, it says, stand in the mouth. No, not that one. 36, it says, "And if thou seest a man of understanding, get thee betimes unto him." All right, so you got to get up on him. All right, come under his wing. And of course, hey, my elders, the men before me, they under the wings of different men up the ladder. Right? So what should I do as a new brother? I need to get up under their wing. Right? And it reads, "And let thy foot where the doorsteps," it's like it. "Let thy foot where the steps of his door." And I don't mean just walk to the brother house and you just at the man doorstep. No, you get up under that man and you learn. All right, and of course he knows how to teach men because he knows how he was taught. Right, he gonna give you the sincere milk. He gonna give you everything that you need to build yourself up to where next day you're gonna have a man wearing out your doorsteps. Right, and that goes back into that order, man. Right, this is a thing of order. What?
I would say, it's in that verse of B-times.
Yeah, B-times.
We went to the word B-times in the Lamont. It said, before it's too late.
Beautiful.
Yeah, before it's too late. So, hey, we got to, take these counsels, man. Like, before it's too late, because they ain't always be around.
That's right.
Plus, they come to the time, the door of these, the ministry is about to be closed.
That's right.
So, hey, we got to, stack up much counsel we need, so we able to stay from these times, obtain ourselves from these.
Beautiful.
You know what I'm saying? Bring up that point again, not the seek things that's not up to you, man.
It's Isaiah 55:8. It says, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are my ways, neither are your ways my ways," said Yahweh.
Yeah, that's what Lord saying. That's all my thoughts is not your thoughts. You can't think the way I think. You know what I'm saying? Not to eat. And they say, hey, don't try to seek above your pay grade, man. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It says, "For the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts your thoughts."
Yeah, like the Lord's thought is just infinity. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that. You can't understand. You can't understand all thoughts sometimes. So how you gonna have to understand the Lord's thoughts? That's just simple and plain, man. So hey, anything you're not supposed to think we are higher than the Lord, because you're not. You never will. That's it.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 28, verse 9. "Whom shall he teach knowledge? Question mark. And whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Question mark. Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast." Yeah, so you have to be weaned from the milk, man. Like the brother was saying, you can't just feed steak to a baby. You can't feed fish to a child. They're gonna choke on the bones, man. That's what happened to Jake. They actually choke on parts of the truth that's righteous. It's true. But if it's above your pay grade, you're going to be destroyed, man. The scriptures speak about being over-righteous. Why be over-righteous? Why destroy thyself, man? You could be destroyed with knowledge. You could be destroyed with righteousness. As crazy as it sounds, right? Because you can't, let's say you tell Jake right now, it's righteous to put these heathen to death. It's righteous to put these moles to death. It's righteous to put your baby moms to death. That, according to the scriptures, it is, but we're under grace. So they're going to hear that. They can destroy themselves with righteousness, man. Yeah.
I was going to say, like, if you do that, what's going to happen? You're going to go to jail.
Yeah, you're going to be destroyed.
You're going to be put to death yourself in Esau's corrupt system, man.
Yeah.
It's lawful, but it's not expedient.
Yeah. No, the scripture say the Lord said himself, hey, vengeance is mine.
Yeah.
Hey, Lord gotta give us the victory. Then hey, Lord will give us that power to judge these heathens.
It says, for precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little. Right, so you can't just read one scripture and say, okay, this means that, so I'm going to go do it. That's not how you get understanding. You got to know, okay, this is talking about this. This lines up with this precept. Okay, this is the season we're in right now. This is what this is talking about. These people in the world, they actually think the Bible is full of contradictions because they'll read random scriptures and like, the Lord said this, then He said that. That don't mean you. They don't have any understanding. There's a time and a season for everything. That's not a contradiction. That's just basic common sense, right? There's a time for peace and a time for war. If it's a time for peace, you can't just run around with a sword killing people, man. That don't mean it's a contradiction. You're not in the season for that. But very soon, we're going to be in a time of war. So you in that friendly Ned Flanders spirit, I just want to hug my neighbor, and people out here killing for food, you're going to get put to death, man. Why? Because you don't understand the time you're in. That's right. Yeah,
that's why my friend will get it. So you smoke on Ecclesiastes 3. Yeah, I tell you, hey, the times we're in. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna get heavy.
Proverbs 25:16. Hast thou found honey? Eat so much as is sufficient for thee. Lest thou be filled therewith and vomit it.
Yeah. We only put take in the word as sufficient to you, man, that you need at the moment. Then as time goes on, you go from there. You gonna learn more. You know what I'm saying? But as the school say, even Joe say, as a meat, mom trying meat, they're trying words. You know? So other might say something, teacher might say something that's go above your head. You know, you get bugged up. So you gotta have more experience, more hard to learn those certain things. You know what I'm saying?
Like that too, yeah. And going with that, about the milk too. You carrying a baby because if you give a baby too much milk, it throws it up. You know, right? So equate to bugging out. You know, you got so much milk. You in the scriptures 24/6 or whatever. You know, and now you bugged out, man. You know.
Don't say that. Good. Back in Isaiah 28, it says, for with stammering lips and another tongue will He speak to His people. And stammering means mocking. All right, we mock Jake. All right, we talk. We're the vessels of the Most High, man. The Most High is constantly talking shit to Jake, man. So to His men. It says, to whom He said, this is the rest wherewith ye may cause the weary to rest, and this is the refreshing, yet they would not hear. So this gospel is actually for our people's benefit, but they don't want to hear. And so this happens. It says, but the word of Yahweh was unto them precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little, that they might go and fall backward and be broken and snared and taken. So it's like King David that prayed, what's to their benefit? Let it be a snare and a trap to them. So this book is the only way towards salvation. It's the only thing righteous on the earth, and it's actually a snare to our people. They come across the precepts, they get bugged out, they start blaspheming, they start just speaking idle words that they're about to get judged for. That's the same precept upon precept that brings the elect into the truth. It's the same precept upon precept that destroys the 2/3. You got it, right?
Yeah, brother, hey, come on that, man. Hey, we'll get the scripture that Ecclesiastes 3. Brother, he backs up saying, talking about the times we're in, man. Saying the times we're in. Ecclesiastes 3 is going to take.
It's the book of Ecclesiastes in the Bible, chapter 3, verse 1. It says, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. It says a time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, and a time to pluck up that which is planted.
Yeah, it say, the first word it say, time to what?
A time to be born and a time to die.
Yeah, time to be born and time to die. As you see, babies being born, a lot of people being put to death. And also, going to spiritual, the ladies being born again. And also, laws, putting up a rap on earth. People dying. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and say, also, it's time to play, yeah.
It's that word season.
It's that word season in the Strong's. It says a set time, or appointed time, or an appointed occasion. All right.
Yeah, we're in the end season right now of America. You know, like I said before, we in the series finale of America. You know, everybody, be a new season, man. The kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of Israel. Yeah, it's time to be plant. It's time to
Time to pluck up.
Time to pluck up. Hey, we've been planted. You know, the elect. You know, fruits, man. The first fruit being planted. And the harvest. And being plucked up is you know, this kingdom, man. It's being plucked up. Man, get that word plucked up.
Being uprooted.
Yeah, being uprooted.
Everything that Esau established, all his lies that he spread across the world, is being torn up right now.
No, it's cut.
Cut to be plucked up, to be rooted up.
Yeah, this kid is being cut right now, man. Can't live by little. You know what I'm saying? It can't be healed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Jeremiah 51.
Esau being uprooted, we being brooded. Like
Yeah,
the
being
brother said.
rooted.
Being built up and rooted.
Yeah, man, upset, man.
Rooted, yeah. I like that.
We running with that, huh?
Hey, kid being translated to another. Hey, Lord translating this kingdom, man. Let's get it.
It's verse 3. It says a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up, a time to weep.
Oh, yeah. Read verse 3, yeah.
It says a time to kill, a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up.
Yeah, you see, as we see a lot of killing going on earth, man. You know, Lord is putting a lot of people to death. He also, he healing. He say it's a time of healing. Mm-hmm. So, Lord is healing his elect. You know, from his darkness, man, the ways of this world. You know what I'm saying? He also, it says it's time to tear down and it's time to build up. The Lord is tearing down this kingdom, as we said again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's tearing down his kingdom little by little, and he's building up the elect. You know, he's building up his kingdom. You know what I'm saying?
It says a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance.
Yeah. We're in a time of sorrow right now because, we're on this captivity. But soon, we gotta be in a time of joy. As we matter of fact, at the same time, we're in a time of joy, man. We see these things come to pass. We see we're in the end of this place coming down. You know what I'm saying? Hey, our kids about to be brought up. You know? Everybody else, they could be in a time of sorrow, time of mourning. You know what I'm saying? And while we could be rejoicing when the evil times come. Like the scripture say, thou shalt laugh in the family, man. You know?
I'm gonna drop down to 6. It says a time to get and a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to cast away.
Yeah, we in the time said to keep. Well, we gotta keep this truth. You know what I'm saying? Keep in good terms with the brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? Hold that fence without head. Yeah, that's right. He also lose the things of this world that's said to be burnt up. You know what I'm saying? All the attachment we got in this world, you gotta lose that. You know?
She said a time to cast away.
It's time to cast away. We gotta cast away our loved ones. You know, that's not right on this side. You know, we gotta cast away all that stuff, man. Say, obtain the kingdom of heaven. You know, we gotta keep the opportunity we have, to the heavens, man, to the chariots. You know?
I got a book in the back there. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 25, verse 4. It says, take away the dross from the silver, and there shall come forth a vessel for the fire. Take away the wicked from before the king, and his throne shall be established in righteousness. So before a king sits on a throne, he scatters all the wickedness, man. You can't rule in a righteous kingdom with McDonald's and styrofoam and pornography everywhere, heathen running around, gooks proud walking up and down the street, going to chase some cats and boil them. All right, you have to take all the heathen and put them in subjection first. So there's a transition from one kingdom to another. That's not a contradiction. That's just how kingdoms work, man.
Yeah, we all do clean, so we got take what the dirt with.
Purify.
Purify.
Like it's the same thing that King David did for Solomon. He handed him a list of all the filth. Yeah, you got to get rid of this, or else he really set him up. In a righteous way, he set him up to be a great king. You know, and that's what's going to happen.
What did Solomon have? He had 40 years of peace.
That's right.
Because of that. He didn't have just wicked murmurers, backbiters, and traitors in his court. No, he got rid of them first.
That's right.
Yahushua is doing the same thing. When Jesus greater than Solomon, one greater than Solomon is here. So the house of David is going to have these heathen in subjection and have the kingdom in paradise for Yahushua. All over.
Right. Forever.
Even forever and ever. Forever.
Yeah, they got It says, a time to rend and a time to sue, and a time to keep silence and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, a time to rend and a time to sow, a time to keep silence and a time to speak.
Yeah, hey, we at a time. Hey, it's about to come a time the prophet will be silent. We come to that time, man. Hey, right now, hey, we preaching to hey, the elected cell. After the elected cell, hey, the lost both sides of his ministry. You know, hey, and he gonna allow hey the prophet to speak, and he's speaking right now. You know, hey, but it's gonna speak even more hey as hey times go by. You know what I'm saying?
This verse 8, it says, in a time to love, a time to hate, and a time of war, and the time of peace.
Yeah, the time of war is coming. Hey, World War III is on the horizon. You know what I'm saying? Y'all say, hey, we in time of peace. And the time of peace too. The time of peace is gonna be cast away from this place. You know? He also says time to love. And time and we like love this truth, they love the brotherhood. While hey, we hate this filthy world. Because everybody come to time to hate. Everybody about to hate one another. Wait for certain goods, you know, gotta have because they can't afford it. Economic collapse, and everybody's about to hate one another. Which we already at the time hate. And we did that less hate. The righteous man that hate the wicked. You know, hey, we already at the time hate. It's gonna evolve even more and more.
That's it.
Time
of peace.
Okay. I got one thing. This is 2 Ezra 6 and 7. And answered, and I said, where shall be the parting asunder of the times, and when shall be the end of the first, and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau.
Yes, basically, that's say, where's the end gonna come? And what's gonna come after? This is
For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
And this kingdom is Esau, Edom, and so-called white people. So the end of their kingdom is gonna begin ours. Hey, so-called Negro, Latino, American. That's gonna be everlasting.
The hand of man is betwixt the heel and the hand. Other question, Ezra asked, thou not. Fucking Esau, he's coming down, man. You know, he's being pulled down spiritually. I ain't gonna talk about radio. Like you got to pull him down. You know. How about Shimmy Shah is pulling this man down? You know, and we preaching his downfall, and you seeing it in live time, man. You know. Yeah.
Are we talking about Abigail? I did my trial, and she said that actually.
This man is falling, man. This whole empire, this system is collapsing right before our eyes, man. You know. And so this is how we know that this is the end. And yes, we know who Esau is. There's no doubting. You know, it ain't up for debate. You know, the scriptures clearly point him out through the Spirit, man. Who the hell this man is? And, you know, and instead this bastard will be ruined at this time, you know.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's why hey, we want the destruction of America to happen. The only way that's going to happen, only way we'll get our kingdom, our rulership will be set up, is this place gotta be destroyed. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's a cut, they all saying like, yeah, Jacob. They say we got we want these things to happen. And that's what leads us to our salvation, our rulership, man. That's what we're going to bring up.
This 2 Ezra chapter 4, verse 28. It reads 29. It says, if therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away.
What's that place of evil? That's America.
That's right.
All right, because America is full of evil doings. You know what I'm saying? That's why, hey, like I say, if that pass not, if that don't pass away, then what?
It says, then cannot it come that is sown with good.
What's that sown with good? Hey, the kingdom of heaven. It's gonna be sown with good because it's gonna be an order. You know what I'm saying? But hey, righteous things, good food, the kingdom, it's gonna be the trees gonna rejoice, everything will be healthy in the kingdom of heaven, man. They the righteous rule. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if I can say, there's this method in agriculture where you have big crops from like the winter and the fall, you burn it, right? You got to get rid of that first before you plant the new seeds, right? And what happens once you get rid of it? The good seed, right? It's able to spring forth, right, and abundantly. You know, so this place has to get burned, right? For righteousness to be righteousness is being sown, then it's gonna get burned, all right? The wickedness is gonna get burned, and then it's gonna spring forth, man.
That's how agriculture works, man.
That's right.
That's how it's called husbandry, right? Plant seed. You can't have a seed full of defiled soil and just everything's all messed up, and then you plant seeds there and expect something to grow, man. That's off. You gotta pluck it. You got to pluck everything up first, man. You gotta uproot all the weeds, everything wicked, and get rid of it, man. And that's what the Lord's gonna do to Babylon the Great. That's what the Lord's gonna do to the earth. He's gonna completely wipe Babylon off the face of the earth, and that fake state of Israel with them gutter rats. It's gonna be totally destroyed. Before we get there, you're not about to come down in a chariot and just post up in Israel the way it looks now. Like the men of the Lord don't be in what they call it, Pink City, have that big pride parade. Nah, kosher pig in the kingdom of heaven. It's like a kosher Edomite. There's no such thing.
When you go into ash, that really helps the next plants to grow. It has the proper nutrients to really, increase the plant.
Yeah, ash is fertilizer.
That's right. It's a fertilizer. So it's going to be a benefit that this place gets burned, man. And that wicked ass shit over there in our homeland get burnt up.
If I could add too, that fire is the ultimate cleansing agent. That's right. You know, that's the reason why the Lord, because He's seen, the end was declared from the beginning, so He already knew how it was going to be in these last times. So that's why He's going to put forth that fire, all right, that stubble. What it says, burn like an oven.
Oh yeah, for the guns.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, matter of fact, get that Revelation 18:5.
I actually got a brother. His YouTube channel name is Fire Cures Leprosy. Man.
Oh yeah,
yeah. That's the elder.
That's the elder. This Revelations 18:5. It says, "For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High have remembered her iniquities."
Yeah, that's right. Like there's so much sin that's going upon this place. Like if you weigh it all the way, if you have to weigh it, it's all the way to the top of the heavens.
Yeah,
there's so much wickedness going on. Hey, the Lord ain't got no choice but to burn this place.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like it's just too much damage. Certain things you gotta do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So hey, the Lord's got to clean. Hey, matter of fact, your second vision.
Looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of Yahweh, wherein the heavens, being on fire, shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
And it said we looking and hastening for these things to melt with fervent heat, which the listens. And why?
Nevertheless, we, according to His promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness.
Yeah, we're looking for a new heavens and a new earth, which, hey, really, it's a fresh earth. It's going to be refreshed. You know what I'm saying? Built by righteousness. Hey, by one, hey, establishing that water. Hey, by, bringing this righteous people. All way and be us. That's why, hey, we got to rehearse these righteous acts. Because, hey, soon, the Lord will put a spirit on us, hey, but, put order back in order. That's what's just starting right now.
I got one real quick. It's going into backing up that Revelation 18:4. Yeah. It says, "I will hold my tongue no more on the Salaki." This 2nd Ezra 15:8. It says, "I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves."
Behold, the innocent in the righteous blood cried unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually.
Yeah, like I say, I would not hold my tongue no more. Which, hey, he's doing that by the prophets. But hey, we proclaiming the wickedness of his place. You know, hey, as soon hey, laws go, hey, destroy this place. You know, hey, the people not gonna hear. They gonna despise it. Hey, when we can say that, hey, the righteous man, be the righteous man that's crying upon the Lord, that hey, Lord, hey, I'm the same on the side, hey, destroy this place, hey, you know, destroy the place. You know what I'm saying? Hey, when it said that the righteous blood cried out, we're not crying for the Lord to preserve this place. Right. We're crying for him to destroy this place. So, you know, to all those who say, hey, you still got to live in this world, why you wanted to crash? Hey, just like the brother said, man, all this shit is vexing to us, man. We are vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. We are vexed daily, right? Getting up and going to work and, right, looking at our nation, our women, okay, being under these wicked ass Edomites and these heathens, you know. We're not crying just hey, Lord, please preserve this place. Yeah. No, we want the Lord to destroy this bitch tomorrow, and in hopes that we, you know, we've done everything that we can do for the Lord to have mercy upon us. Yeah, well, so we're not supposed to be in the mindset of a Christian.
Right.
We want, like, hey, man, save everybody. God, please save everybody in the world. You know, hey, man, you're supposed to be like, I don't want, hey, man, hey, keep these guys. So that's like, hey, man, I don't know, hey, you know, hey, man, we chant down this place, so we good, man. Yeah, Bob the ball. You know what I'm saying? You gonna say that?
Yeah, I was gonna say, hey, what you think a 2/3 nigga will do in the kingdom? You gonna do the same wicked ass shit here. Right. That's why this have to happen, and we understand that, right? These men up there, okay, you behind the sincere, that's behind the camera, right? You understand that 2/3 of our people gotta go. Right, that's not a secret. We embrace that because we understand that the Lord doing them good by destroying them on this side.
Yeah. If I could add too, you know, it's like the scripture said Daniel 12 and 13 stand a lot at the end. You know, because a lot of you 2/3, y'all lot was just when the Lord delivered us from out of Egypt, y'all lot was just to complain. The first thing you say, oh, the Lord brought us here to kill us. Like come on, man.
We had food in Egypt.
Yeah, we had food in Egypt. Let us go back to slavery. And see, that's the problem with a lot of you wicked niggas, man. You love your master Esau. You know, you love your the Egyptians back then, the Pharaohs back then. You want to go back after the Lord showed you many miracles, man, to deliver you. You want to say something?
I would say, yeah, even we did a video, even Jake in that video in the Steve Harvey show, he said,
yeah,
all the things you want in heaven, what you want? A job, Steve.
Good job.
And then he was so bugged out. Even Steve told me he was bugged out.
Yeah. When Steve Harvey tell you bugged out, you finished. You totally spent. You on the back end of spent.
It's 2nd Esdras chapter 9 and verse 20, and it reads, "So I considered the world, and behold, there was peril because of the devices that were come into it. And I saw and spared it greatly, and have kept me a grape of the cluster and a plant of a great people," right? Which is the elect. Okay, the Lord's basically saying that he see all the wicked shit that's going on, right? We not turning a blind eye to it, like the brother read in 2nd Esdras, the 15th chapter. The Lord said he's not gonna hold his tongue no more. So he see all this, man. The scripture tell you what? The eyes of the Lord. That's right. But it reads, "Let the multitude perish then." Right? Let the multitude perish. Y'all ass, it ain't gonna be how it was in Egypt, all right, after Egypt this time. You're not gonna get on the chariot. Lord, we had our phones down there. You know? No, the Lord not accepting that this time. All right? He's pissed off with you. It says what? "And let my grape be kept, and my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect." Oh, Salaki, I skipped the part. It says, we'll read 22 again. "Let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain.
And I brought that out to back the brother up Kashab, man. Right? Their lot back in Egypt was to do what? Just to complain. So your lot here is just to die. That's all you was born to do, was to die. You was born to die.
You reincarnated.
That's right. Yeah, your lot was to be wicked on this side and have to come through the loins of the elect. That's your whole, that's your existence wrapped up in a nutshell. All right? You want to bring something up?
That's what brought that scripture in Mario Ezekiel 9:4.
Ezekiel 9:4. And Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
Right, and Mr. True is talking about, the people. There's a people for the place. You know what I'm saying? And but it's simply talking about the elect. Because as you see, only elect that's crying out for the abomination thereof. They also, by doing that, the Lord sent that mark, was what? Was exempt from judgment. Exempt from the wrath that's the Lord about to put upon this place. You know what I'm saying?
And to the others he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity.
Yeah, that's the other people that don't have that mark, that exempt from judgment, they will be destroyed. They will be judged. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Slay utterly old and young.
Yeah, old and young. Old and young. Now, no matter if you're a baby or you're an old, elderly person, you're going to be destroyed. The Lord had that set up that way. You know what I'm saying?
Both maids and little children and women.
And women. And also women too. Women will be destroyed. Stress it again.
Yeah, the women's.
And the women. The main point is, if you don't have that mark, of exemption, you know what I'm saying? You will be destroyed. You will be judged.
You actually grass.
You go no death by pain.
And a good side note to know, if you Lord willing, us brothers, and you sit behind the camera, be of that mark of the walk, all right? But a good side note to know, if you're going to be on the side of a 2/3, is to just examine yourself and look at what you're doing, man. That's a good side note to understand which side of the fence that you are likely going to be on, That's why I say, Lord will, that we endure to the end, that he keep the spirit on us to the end,
Yeah, that mercy. Long will, had that mercy upon us today. Had that same mercy on David.
Yeah. And my brother, you brought out the scripture earlier in the upper part of 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter. Right? It tell you what it takes to get salvation. Right? Faith, works, belief. Then what it went into. Right? The things to work to a beautiful fucking destruction. Right? If you won't get beautifully destroyed, go ahead and forget the Lord, right? Abhor his laws, okay? And hey, that's really where it is. There's no middle ground. I was watching the Elder Malaka Zakba video yesterday, and it was a Christian, and he was, supposedly crying a sign. But are you doing this?
Right.
You just crying. The Lord don't understand your words, brother. We crying and we making sense to the Lord. He just crying. You're not, telling the Lord, hey Lord, this is what's hurting me. Right. You're not getting into the schematics of things. You just acknowledging that something is wrong. No, we acknowledging something that's wrong, and we also putting the work in behind it to help change it. Because this is what's, through Yahweh, through the power and spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, like the brother brought out earlier. Okay, from the apostles on down, man, preaching this word, this is what, is moving shit. Okay? This is what's moving shit, man. You don't move shit, you're just talking about it. You gotta be about it. You gotta do something behind it.
Jake actually prays to the Lord to keep America going. Jake actually prays for the economy to come back. Jake prays for everything the Lord said he wasn't going to do, man. You got to learn the prophecies and then ask the Lord to execute them. How long, Lord? How long, Lord? You see these proud devils coming up and down the street. When you going to judge them, man? You can't ask the Lord, you can't beg the Lord to upset prophecy. He's not going to do that.
This is the book of 1 John chapter 2, verse 20. It says, but ye have an unction from the Holy One, ye know all things. You know all things. You have an unction from the Holy One. So what are we doing? Why are you even praying for this place to continue if you have an unction from the Holy One, man? Make it make sense, Jake.
They don't. Also,
exactly.
Also, we got a place that's better for us.
Exactly. You know if you know all things, then you know that once this place is destroyed, the place that's the New Jerusalem that's coming into play is the best thing that you can ever have. They tell you in Corinthians, I had not seen, had not heard the things that Yahweh Shema Shai had prepared for us, man. This is just all vanity, you know?
Jake don't believe that though. Right? Jake believe in America. He believe in everything he saw show him. He doesn't believe in a kingdom that's perfect, a kingdom that's righteous, a kingdom where we're on top. Jake can't see himself in rulership. Yeah. So he prays for Esau to have a better economy so he can get a better job. You niggas are losers, man.
Like I said, man, it don't state that in the scriptures, but I can sit here and tell you, speaking as a man, every prophet that ever lived, they ask how long? Like, how long until we are in our kingdom? Right? Because that's the spirit of a prophet. We understand what has to happen. We understand what it takes to happen, and we 5150 behind that, 144, right, behind that.
That's the spirit Solomon was in.
That's right.
King Solomon had dominion over the earth. Okay, he was the richest man to ever live. He had 1,000 women.
That's right.
All he talked about was how vexing it was, because man, when I die, my son could just fuck all this up, man.
That's right.
The kingdom.
I'm saying, like, hey, by us knowing that, we know that, hey, we never gonna be satisfied in America.
Yeah.
And they want us to be.
This Second Ezra, the 6th chapter, in verse 57, and it reads, and now, O Lord, behold, these heathen, which have begun, which have been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us and to devour us. Are these heathen not over us and lording over us? Are they not devouring us? All right? Not just Esau, Edom, but all these goddamn heathens, man. That's why when Yahushua come back, he putting all of their necks under his feet. He taking all their crowns. All right? It reads, verse 58, but we, the people, right? Who is his people? The Israelites, right? So-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. It says, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten, and thy fervent lover are given into their hands. If the world now be made for our sakes, right? So that goes to show you, hey, we belong on top. Right? The Lord created this for us to rule over. Okay? And it reads.
That's vexing yourself. Like, we gotta pay to travel the world that's ours already.
Yep.
That's how you know we're in the curses, man.
We Yasharala, bro. We princes of the power. That should be highly vexing to you. You got it,
and that simply goes back to what? Right? Surely oppression make a wise man mad. That's how you know who in the right mindset. If you're not pissed off every day you wake up and go clock in at a fucking Edomite job, you in the wrong mindset, man. This not for you. And that don't mean you just get up and you frowning in the face all balled up, all right, pissed off, you cussing at people all the time. No, that don't mean that. All right, we go and do what we have to do, but you gotta have some type of, fire about you, man, when you wake up. Waking up at fucking, I got brothers that wake up at 3 in the morning. Come on, man. That shit wicked, man. But it goes on to say, if the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world? How long shall this endure? How long, man? And the prophets wasn't, Lord, could you extend this particular captivity? I got a decent job, Lord. Could you? No. The mindset of a prophet was always, right, of the elect, not just a prophet, because you you have the elect, all right, that walk up and down the street that have that understanding. They know we're supposed to be up at top. You know, they watch these videos, okay? They have the Lord supping with them. We understand, all right? They're not just walking around here asking the Lord to continue this fucking white man society. They know better. But that's the spirit of the elect. The elect are coming in that spirit.
Yeah, that's what Scripture said. With a wicked man rule, the people more.
That's right.
Hey, everybody more over this captivity method. Yet we the only ones that we know, hey, it's better for us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we only actually wanted to fall.
He wanted to fall.
Everybody mourning, but they still want to go to work the next day, or they put the cash out their 401k or something in a couple of years, you know?
Yeah, they still trying to build up this kingdom, but we tearing it down. They ain't preaching up this word.
Yeah, they still going out and voting, hoping things gonna get better here in America. You know, so these people not actually standing and crying when you get down to it, to the brass tacks, like they say. You know, just the men of the Lord. The men of the Lord are, man, nobody else. Because all these other people, like I was going in before, they just want to keep voting, keep getting fucked over year after year, keep paying these taxes to the devil, and just hope the Jerome graduate and go to college, and, you know, and he make it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And feel the American dream.
Yeah. As long as you get a piece of the dream, man, everything's okay. Forget this, you know, the alphabet group running the whole world, you know, running everything.
Go ahead. I want to make a point on it.
Yeah, that's what they want, man. No one really cares about the well-being, especially these people on here. They don't care about fucking Israel, man. You know, the 2/3, you know, they just all about it for themselves. That record deal, you know, fucking endorsements, whatever the case may be, man. You know, somebody might bitch and complain every now and then on Twitter. Well, you know, it shouldn't be like this. Things should be better. But you get a nigga $1 million endorsement, he just forget all about it. You know? I pressed him to make. And so we saying fuck all that, man. You know, we done with this shit. You know, and we tired of these clowns running over us, man. You know?
Like these heathen heaven. It's nothing, man. These people are nothing, bro. They're
nothing
over us. Less than nothing.
It's off and Sharman, bro.
Yeah, and just seeing them fucking walk by, it's just like, you fucking heathen, man.
Yeah.
Look at them. Yeah, also, Docker shorts on and shit.
Goofy as.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
it kind of passed.
This is the book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 10. It says, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest."
So yeah, it said rise and depart. They start with our mindset. You know what I'm saying? Rise and depart from the ways of this world. You know what I'm saying? Because they say, hey, it's not our rest. You know, hey, we're not gonna be settled in America. You know what I'm saying? Also, hey, why we put set our mind away from the ways of America? Because
it says, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction.
Yeah, you partake in the ways of America, hey, you will be destroyed. You know what I'm saying? Because hey, the Lord set a great part wrath upon this place, you know, for his wicked ways. We don't want to be a part of that, man. All right, but hey, for us, hey, having that mindset, hey, we know that, hey, by us having that mindset, there's something better for us. You know what I'm saying? Brother, go bring it out. Go ahead.
Hebrews 11:16. But now they desire a better country that is in heavenly, wherein Yahweh is not ashamed to be called their power, for he hath prepared for them a city.
Hey, prepared for us a city. You know, hey, like I was shot, he prepared for many mansions. According to John 14:2. You know what I'm saying? Hey, well, hey, everything in the kingdom is gonna be better. You know, hey, better women, children. We're gonna be able to draw our children. You know what I'm saying? We have many women as we want. Gonna be in the right order. You know, also, hey, be able to deal with the animals. The animals will be at peace.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Just imagine clean air.
Yeah, clean air. That was
clean air.
Yeah, clean air.
Clean water.
Clean
right.
food.
You don't gotta worry about chemicals being in the food.
That's just what we were talking about over there.
Yeah, everything will be clean right in the kingdom, man. Because the rights will be in authority.
Get that one in 2nd Esdras, I think it's 12, 37, 38. Look at it for me. Get in the last one. 40, 45, going to 46. It just goes into the ancient Roman. It's going into the ancient Roman Empire, but you know, the market is extension of it. So it applies to them too today, man. The Edomites, go ahead.
The second Ezra 11 and 45. It says, and therefore appear no more thou eagle, nor thy horrible wings.
Matter of fact, jump up here. Where you at? Jump at 37. Stop right here, then jump down. Stop at 37, 39, then jump down to the point.
This second Ezra chapter 11, verse 37. It says,
They had a frock.
Chapter 11, verse 37. And I beheld and lo, as it were a roaring lion chased out of the wood. And I saw that he sent out a man's voice unto the eagle and said,
Who was that roaring lion? Yahweh Shai, man. That's right. He said he sent out a man's voice into the who? The eagle. The eagle is who? Who is the eagle symbolizes? Esau Edom, man. That's right. Going back in the day, the ancient Roman Empire, right? And then guess what? Those are the same people today. They had the same symbols, same everything, man. And they get that on the building if you can get it. That's the eagle, and that's the Phoenix. Let's go back to the Phoenix. Also, they're talking about down falling from heaven, the sun in the morning. But guess what? The illumination, he got the what do you call it? The light bearer, man. The torches. So he runs shit, man. It's going to be a change in the guard of that. Go ahead.
Right. It says, verse 38, Here thou, I will talk with thee, and the highest shall say unto thee, Art not thou it that remainest of the four beasts, whom I made to reign in my world?
Reign in my world, showing you that the Lord still has power and control of every damn thing. I'm letting you do what you do, man. Going back into Second Thessalonians, man. He who will let it until the time be up, man. Roughly paraphrasing. You devils ain't in that God. You ain't in control of a goddamn thing, man. You just little toys on the Most High's big old table, man. Puppets on the string, man. But you think you so fucking high and mighty that you got the earth in full control with your military? You gonna see what's gonna go down, man. Go ahead.
It says that the end of their times might come through them.
It's gonna come. The end of their time gonna come through them via what? ICBM nuclear missile, man, which you have created. I have created the Smith to blow up the whole coals in the fire. At the end of that time, they're gonna come through you, through the creation of those missiles, man. Which those missiles been here. They've been here for years. They're still making more. They're making them even more advanced and more powerful. That's how your end gonna come. Go ahead.
Drop down to 40.
Yeah, jump down to 40.
This second Ezra 11 and 44. It says the highest also had looked upon the proud times, and behold, they are ended.
They're ended, man. Go ahead.
And his abominations are fulfilled, and therefore appear no more, thou eagle, nor thy horrible wings, nor thy wicked feathers, nor thy malicious heads.
Let's go into all cases. It goes into the system of this evil, man. Because you got what? They got the left wing, the right wing of this system. Case in point, we dealing with the whole goddamn world. It's gonna be no more of Esau's rulership, man. Go ahead.
It says, nor thy hurtful claws, nor all thy vain body.
Yeah.
That all the earth may be refreshed.
That all the earth may be what?
Refreshed.
We get into talking about what? Ain't gonna be no more pollution of the water, pollution of the air. The brother just went into, they got millions and millions of plastic particles in the air. Yeah. When they fly them fucking planes, you see them lines in the sky. That's not for your health. That's for your dick health. They're trying to kill you, man. They're spraying barium octane, mercury, different harmful metals, aluminum, for you to smell and to weaken your immune system. That's why you get sick all the goddamn time. That's why when you blow out cold. I said it in the last video. When we was kids, coming up as kids, when we blew cold, we had it was lime green cold in the snot. Our snot was lime green growing up naturally. Now you blow that shit, it's clear. Shit come out, you know. It's white, pasty looking snot. All the shit when you look at it real good on the napkin, it's got black little dots all in it, man. All blood. All blood. The devil's killing you, man. Go ahead.
It says, it's verse 46, that all the earth may be refreshed and may return, being delivered from thy violence.
Yeah, being delivered from the violence of who? Esau, Edom. The earth, man, is trying to hold on, man. That's why we went around the corner saying that the earth, they're having earthquakes, they're having volcanoes. We having all type of shit happening to the earth because the earth is fighting this devil back, man. This motherfucker he's doing the fracking. This nigga doing all type of shit, knocking down trees just because. He killing animals. This nigga ain't just killing animals to put them on the goddamn wall. He just killing them for sport. The rhino, you got them ugly ass Africans out there. They out there killing the rhinos, elephants and shit, man, for no reason. All because you want a ivory goddamn bowl or some nunchucks, man. Or was it not nunchucks? We call them
chopsticks.
Chopsticks and shit, man. You don't give the earth no rest. You don't give it a land sabbath. You don't give a damn. You just pound and pound and pound. But then when we go out here and go fishing, we can only have 5 to 10 fishes a goddamn day.
At a certain weight.
At a certain weight and a certain length. Here it is. You've been killing all the goddamn whales. This nigga been doing whatever the hell he want to do, man.
You see the whales, they've been attacking ships that's in it. Crossing over. The whales attacking the ships now.
Yeah.
Sharks too.
Sharks, I seen one this week. Niggas in the canoe. He's swimming and sharks come out of nowhere.
For nothing, bro.
Yeah, everybody hates you, man. You so-called white people, man. Everybody hates your motherfucker, man. You got something? Hey, bring it out. Whatever you got, brother. Everybody hates you, man. When the animals see you, they see you as that red devil, man. That you kind of formulate and make that mythical devil, Hellboy. When the animals see you as that, man.
Shit, hey, Hugo Chavez said it best. If you want to see who the root cause of all the world's problems are, you look at somebody with blonde hair and blue eyes in a shaved face wearing a business suit.
Yeah. Now watch that for real.
Man, like the boy said in New Orleans down here, at the city hall, we must eradicate all white people. Yeah. We got a coat, man. That happened out here at City Hall, man. It was hot. Yeah, he was full magnum hot.
It's like I thought about it. There's no other way.
Yeah, he can't. That's the Job 924 realization. Like that's the only person. That's the only thing. Yeah. You gotta fucking go, man. Cause look at what I say.
I want to see because we brought that scripture out now. Yeah. It's Revelation 18:5. There's so much wickedness going on in this place. It's reached up to the heavens at this point.
This nigga turning everybody to freaks. There's another research from a black guy. He threatened his whole family. That dude was doing research, turning you so-called Negroes into punks. He was putting some in the water to make you niggas gay, man.
Turn the frogs into frogs.
Yeah, and they tested it on the frogs and they start putting it in your water supply. Cause what? You niggas still drinking faucet water and shit, man. You know, putting let's go into the rich neighborhoods out here. Ain't no liquor stores. Ain't no liquor stores. Ain't no gun shops. Ain't no pharmacies, huh? Pawn shops in them niggas' neighborhood. That shit's about design, man. To kill your ass.
Baptist church on every corner.
Ain't no more bites in Arab stores in the Edomite neighborhood. They getting that badass meat. All right, badass chicken, them fucking owl wings. They giving you niggas and shit. Bat meat. Yeah, deep fried cat. I want. Give me a French fried rice. All right, and an 8-piece. That's 8-piece of owl, man.
That's the right one.
Hey, I feel like the wing. I mean the ribs.
Yeah.
From the Chinese store though.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here, man. There's more bites than about them goddamn ribs, man. They give it to you niggas though. They poison you niggas. They give you niggas MSG. You run around a baby running around the house like fucking Sonic the Hedgehog though. It's on the just going around like this. Pamper and all, man. Full of sugar. The refined sugar is like dope. It's like crack cocaine, man. just give it to you. I seen them black women. Oh Lord, out here. That's all they say. It's all you hear. Oh Lord, gotta get that boy some melatonin. Oh yeah, get his goddamn baby. What is it? Kool-Aid? You put the Kool-Aid in there. There's about this much sugar in the Kool-Aid. And then you look at the bowl. You go to the plant. That bitch got all type of swirls just going around that motherfucker, man. All right, you just see sugar just going all around, man. Then you get what? The baby get that bit, holding both hands on the bottom. Crazy as a motherfucker, there, man. I'm like, huh? Yeah, he's sparking up. You wonder why this nigga drive your car when you sleep? Nigga 3 years old, man. You all right? Yeah, you wonder why the baby you got the chair. He frying eggs and rice while you sleep. You know, fucking hey man.
Baby got the munchies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some shit going on, man. All that shit is said before to destroy you. Preferably your diet, man. That's what this nigga do, man. And I'm gonna say you something too. Soul food ain't soul food. Soul food is nothing more than death. It's dead food. Hey, look at it. Yeah, he hollering, man. Nigga full of sugar. He might jump out of that bitch and get to running down the street like Usain Bolt. You know? I think this nigga just eat sugar all day. You give him candy when he wake up. You giving them goddamn Capri Suns.
Hot Pockets.
Yeah, you giving the great value orange juice. You wonder why this nigga head is getting big and he crazy, man. You know? Serious shit.
Like that, what's them candies? The warhead candies?
Yeah.
They look like that warhead.
Just like that, man. With a sagging pimp.
Perpetually sagging.
Huh?
Perpetually sagging.
Yeah. Hey, look at that nigga, man. You going about 5 miles an hour in that bitch, man.
You turned everything.
Yeah. Full of that sugar though, man. Like I said, refined sugar, that sugar that you get out the store, you shouldn't be eating that shit, man. You should try sugar cane, man. Because anything like that, it's supposed to dissolve. Eating in cold or hot water, the sugar supposed to dissolve. That sugar stay white the whole goddamn time, man.
Just sank at the bottom of the cup.
Yeah. I know niggas that just eat this shit for no reason. Nigga, grown ass man, 34 years old, he still eating sugar.
Spoon of sugar, man.
Man, you a dope fiend, man. You still drinking sugar water in 2023, you a dope fiend. You trying to get them urges to stop.
Junkie, yeah.
And you a junkie, man. You know? Everything is predicated on overly salty. You got niggas that just salt their food up too. Nigga, you just put Tony Sanchez on and shit. Now you going back and put some pepper and some more salt. Then you got the refined salt with the Edomite girl on with the yellow dress on. And the what do they call it? Martin? Yeah, Martin. That shit'll kill you, man. You don't supposed to eat that shit. If case in point, if you want real salt in your body that's gonna give you electrolytes, that's gonna give you energy, and so that you retain water, you're supposed to get Celtic salt. It's gonna be kind of green. Or you're supposed to get pink Himalayan salt, man. Right? And it helps you retain water. Like if this brother drinking water, a lot of you just drinking water just sitting in your body. You're not getting minerals, you're not getting nothing from it. Try putting some Himalayan salt in there. Just sprinkle a little bit. It ain't gotta be salted. Just sprinkle some in your water and drink it. Now that water, the same water that you're drinking, it's gonna get into the muscles now, man. It's gonna get into the what do they call it? The joints and shit, man.
Shit, that water you drinking is actually stripping minerals from your body because that water's been stripped and tested.
Time and time again. And that all that water that you talking about alkaline, half that shit ain't really alkaline, man.
Right.
Half that bullshit ain't alkaline. You put an alkaline strip to it, it really acidic, man. Half the shit that we drink and eat over here is compared to a battery in a car. Especially that shit, man.
I'm still drinking that. I don't know what to tell you.
Really, even the beer, everything that's carbon that got bubbles in it, you ain't supposed to put in your stomach. I mean, this brother went into it the other day. All that bubbles and shit, it just strips the lining of your stomach. You know, and to put the lining back, you gotta take shit like to coat your stomach again. You gotta take shit like milk thistle, man, or colostrum to put a coat back in your stomach. So all you've been doing all years is stripping it, man. You know. Let these motherfuckers go. It's about time, though. got? Yeah, bring it. Yeah, you got the precept. I'm bringing it up.
Ecclesiastes 10 and 16. Woe to thee, O land, when thy king is a child, and thy princes eat in the morning.
Yeah, woe unto thee when thy prince is a child. Who the main child over here? Esau Edom, man. This nigga just put shit in your food. The chocolate that you niggas eat over here, the chocolate got rat shit in it, man. Yeah, roach blood is in the orange juice, man. And go look in the back. It's a technical term for roach blood. It's in the shit.
Vanilla got beaver ass glands in it.
Which I'm gonna say this too. Brothers ain't supposed to be eating no goddamn Pop-Tarts, man. That shit is crack, man. Yeah, I've been looking at the Pop-Tarts and some other shit for the last 3 days. The gel that's in the Pop-Tarts, that shit is nothing more than it's radiator fluid. It's a technical term for radiator fluid. You eating that shit, man.
Them oils, the vegetable oils, that canola oil and shit. And when you look at that, it's pretty much just, car oils. Like that they were doing studies on that, and they said before they started really using those heavily processed oils, that's when people, were relatively slim and
the
thin.
J.J. Evans days, the good time days, everybody was skinny. Yeah, you would rarely see a fat person. Remember back then, a fat person just was there in the class. They knew their place. They was quiet. I'm fat. Can't say too much.
Like 1 or 2 fat people.
Yeah, now you got everybody fat. You got niggas with titties like Finesse 2 times. That nigga got titties, man. And he got a fufa. He got a fucking fufa, man.
You got more people having to pull their pants over their belly now.
Yeah, you got a kangaroo pouch. A fat thug, man.
You got fat models now, man.
Yeah, that too, man.
Plus size, right?
I'm sorry.
Body positive.
Plus size models, my bad.
What's that name of that? It's a store these women go to. Yeah.
Lane Bryant.
Lane Bryant.
Big and tough.
And the fucking the mannequin looking like a Hulk. She like Brooke Hogan, man.
A Michelin man.
Fucking does that shit, man.
Yeah, the comedian that said if Lizzo is so beautiful, why do women get angry every time I say they look like Lizzo? It's not beautiful, man. You look horrible, man.
And no real man wants you, man. Right? As a woman, you supposed to steal your ass in the gym, not just putting the camera in there and doing ass muscles.
With yoga pants on.
Yeah, you supposed to be lifting, running, and doing shit to keep yourself fit. The women here in Babylon don't do that, man. That's what the Lord tell you in Isaiah the 3rd chapter about that rent. You see that? We see the rent. That's what the brother say. You make a comparison to them. It's an offense to them because you know that shit ain't right, man. Any rich man, any man of any wealth, there's a regular man, any man with dignity. If I got the Ferrari F30, I ain't about to have no motherfucking Lizzo on the side of me, man. I got the McLaren shit. I can't fit the bitch. You know, I got the Lamborghini Urus. She ain't about to get on the side of me jumping out that bitch. She on that bitch like Bam Bam Bigelow and shit, man. No, man. The Big Show.
You get out the car, the car go from down here to up here.
Yeah, man.
The car just lift up like
yeah.
You're about to leap off the from the throne, man.
Yeah.
Ain't no real man want a chick with a BBL or a tummy tuck or a plastic bitch either.
Yeah. Cause a lot of you got these janks, they into getting the blow up bit. They just pick the bitch up, sit her here. Turn her on. Hey, how you doing, baby? That's all people are saying. How you doing, baby? Yeah.
You making some kind of robo wives.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
If you contemplate playing with the rubber doll, you might as well send yourself to the spirit.
Even the women. Yeah, even the women. The women be putting them y'all be putting them down roses, them jackhammers on that box.
That B.O.B., that battery-operated boyfriend.
Yeah, tickling that little man in the bush, but guess what? There's real researchers on that. They say them roses destroying all your shit, man. They got something called EMF waves that destroy your uterus, man. So you up there getting your hair catching on fire for putting that thing on your bush. Now you destroying all your eggs and shit, man. All right?
Destroying the sensitivity.
Yes, from EMF waves, man. Go look into this shit. Put rose toy EMF waves. You're destroying your shit, man. You up there just going to town Meanwhile, you're killing your fucking self, man.
You taking them girl strips to Jamaica and don't feel nothing.
Yeah, your shit is numb and cold on that. You need to get your goddamn man with some heat. With some heat and some with some veins in it, man.
Shit, a lot of them can't even get a quality man. Like,
huh?
Like she down there looking for 15 inches.
Yeah,
She
man.
can't feel that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that bitch is cold as Chicago down there, man. You know?
and they even talking. Them women in the islands is talking shit about you, American women. They not what shit. They are shit.
Yeah,
They're shit.
Telling the truth, man.
And it's the truth.
Hey, man, it is what it is, man. So, you want to read that one more time, Bubba Shot? Because we got a child over us that got everything in place to do childish things, man, to do bullshit, man. You know?
Hey, this is Ecclesiastes 10:16. Woe to thee, O land, when thy king is a child.
Yeah. Woe to thee, man. And this nigga is definitely a child, man. And he set the woman in place to rule right under him, man. Right? But real men ain't going for that shit, man. They childish too. You know? The bulk of these women, not all of them, but the bulk of these women, they childish, man. It's like talking to them like you're dealing with a child, man. You say that the least heart stay to them, they all in their feelings. How you doing? Yeah, I just said, how you doing? We see every time you go to you see her up there. Bloop, bloop. You can walk up. Yeah, they got a fucking attitude, man.
Esau walk up.
Hi, how you doing?
Yeah.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, you see all 15 teeth. You can see this all day. This is all head. Oh yeah.
That's why I go to self-checkout and advocate for it so you can lose your job, bitch.
Yeah, man. So with that, you got it. It's about time I look at the thing. So with that, I give all praise, glory, and honor to
Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahushai Ba'Hashem, Ba'Hashem.
Give honors once again to the elders apostles of GMS. Peace and blessings and salutations once again to the hopeful elect. Until next time, shalom.
Shalom.
Baba Bob.
Baba Bob. Baba Bob. Baba Bob.
Kwam Yashala, man.
Kwam Yashala.